was a pleasant surprise for whoever organized that cultural dancing. That is a group from Ghana. Your Excellency Elizabeth Baum-Schneider, Federal Councillor of the Swiss Federation, Dr. Victor Atala Lajam, President of the 79th World Health Assembly, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, Director General of the World Health Organization, Honorable Ministers of Health, Heads of Delegation, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. We meet at the 79th World Health Assembly amid uncertainty, shifting global geopolitics, and deliberate assaults on the world's multilateral system have created doubts about the trajectory of global health cooperation and reform. 6 years after the last global pandemic, COVID-19, the world health architecture is changing rapidly. Overall humanitarian assistance is reported to have declined by 40%, and some of the largest Western economies have significantly cut their overseas development assistance. The World Health Organization's budget has been gutted by the withdrawal of U.S. assistance, forcing the organization to scale down programs and undertake steep staff retrenchments. In Ghana, health financing from bilateral and multilateral partners has significantly decreased since 2025. Ghana lost $78 million in health funding following the closure of U.S. aid programs. This money went mainly into malaria programs, maternal and child health, nutrition, HIV/AIDS programs, including testing and delivery of antiretroviral drugs. In South Africa, the abrupt withdrawal of PEPFAR funding has shut clinics, terminated gender-based violence programs, and left 1.4 million people living with HIV uncertain about their treatment continuity. And we're told that by 2030, 9 million preventable deaths could occur due to these shifts. It is estimated that the direct consequences of this aid suspension could push about 5.7 million Africans into poverty by the end of 2026. It is this gloomy outlook for the future of global health that prompted the convening of the African Health Sovereignty Conference, famously known as the Accra Reset, in August last year. It is against this backdrop that we meet at the 79th World Health Assembly. These troubling statistics are known, and we're not here to lament or wring our hands over them. We're here, among others, to decide whether the architecture we supervise is still fit for purpose. We're here to discuss how we can continue to save lives even in the face of adversity. And I stand here before you today in the second year of my new tenure as president, mindful that the mandate given to me by my people is not merely to administer, but to transform their lives. I come from a continent that has too often been the subject of global health policy rather than its author. Today I speak to you as one of the advocates of the Accra Reset Initiative, a movement born from the conviction that the old paradigms of dependency must give way to a new era of health sovereignty. These cuts in humanitarian assistance and ODA, as painful as they are, serve as the final clear signal that the old system of donor dependency is past its sell-by date. We're witnessing the end of an era, and we must have the courage to build the next one. We're contending with an international architecture that was under strain long before these cuts even occurred. We have more global health organizations than ever, and yet country-level fragmentation has worsened. We do not come to Geneva to mourn the past. We come to build a future where a country's health is not a byproduct of charity, but a result of sovereign capability. This desire to take our health destinies into our hands imposes important responsibility on us as African leaders. We must see health spending as an investment rather than just a social obligation, because a healthy population is indispensable to economic progress. As an advocate for African health sovereignty, I'm obliged to demonstrate this practically at home. And so in Ghana, we have moved beyond rhetoric to implement calculated, aggressive policies that place the citizen at the center of the clinical encounter. With one of the more successful national health insurance schemes in Africa, Ghana has an insurance coverage estimated at 66% as at the end of 2025. This still leaves about 34% of our population without coverage. Besides, the NHIS has been focused principally on curative care with very little attention to preventive care. To mop up the remaining population not covered by the NHIS, we have recently successfully begun implementing our free primary health care program. By removing financial barriers to the most basic and essential services at the rural level, we've ensured that our citizens in the remotest regions of our country also enjoy access to quality health care on par with their urban counterparts, with an eye on preventive care. And we're grateful that the WHO, led by Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus, was among the first to congratulate us on achieving this significant milestone. Thank you, Tedros. We have revitalized our national health insurance scheme, the NHIS. By removing the cap on the health insurance fund, we immediately freed up an additional 3 billion Ghana cedis, equivalent to $300 million for healthcare investment. We've also streamlined national health insurance scheme operations by eliminating bottlenecks, utilizing digital tools, including AI, to detect fraudulent claims, and most importantly, prioritizing prompt refunds to service providers. Because a health insurance scheme is only as strong as the trust between the state and the hospitals that provide the care. By ensuring our providers are paid on time, we ensure that our citizens are treated with dignity. We've also confronted the rising tide of non-communicable diseases by launching the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, also known as Mugabe Maase. This fund is a lifeline for those suffering from non-communicable diseases, cardiovascular conditions, cancers, liver disease, and renal failures that were previously a death sentence for the poor. Mugabe Maase is ensuring that specialized high-cost care is not a privilege for just a few, but is a right for all. Ghana, I'm also happy to report, is on track to exit Gavi funding for vaccines by the year 2030, and we hope to transition into a donor in the not-too-distant future. These domestic achievements are the foundation of my leadership of the Accra Reset Initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, this Assembly is set to consider a proposal for joint process to reform the global health architecture. Ghana, having co-chaired the working group for the Lusaka agenda, welcomes this. But as a committed apostle of reform of the world health architecture, I'm concerned about whispers I have heard that the current draft resolution seeks to protect existing organizational mandates and prohibits the recommendation of mergers or consolidations. In Mali, the Dogon people warn that do not let the sight of those eating roasted maize force you to cook your maize seeds. If we launch a process of reform that is prohibited from recommending actual reform, we are merely performing a ritual. We cannot prioritize institutional comfort over human survival. The WHO's legitimacy is not served by protecting silos. It is served by a fearless analysis of what works. When I hosted Director General Tedros, President Obasanjo, and many others in Accra in 2025, we firmed up a vision for health sovereignty. To us, sovereignty is the practical capacity to finance core functions predictably, regulate quality at the regional level, and produce critical inputs locally. A continent that manufactures less than 1% of its vaccines while carrying 25% of global disease burden is not sovereign, it is vulnerable. It is at best a ward of the international system. And by sovereignty, we do not mean isolationism. We're advocating the practical capacity of a nation to finance its own core functions, regulate its own quality, produce its own medicines, and govern its own data. Ministers of health in the Global South often spend more time writing donor reports than designing and fixing primary health care. This is a system that has confused the multiplication of institutions with the multiplication of impact. So to move beyond rhetoric, the Accra Reset, supported by a Presidential Council of Leaders from the Global South, is implementing 3 operational pillars. The first is the high-level panel on reform. This is an independent body of global experts scrutinizing the global health architecture. The second is the Reform Interlock and Observatory. It's a coherent mechanism to ensure that the strategies of the WHO, Gavi, and the Global Fund don't clash on the desk of a district health officer in rural Africa. They must be in sync. And there is HING, we call it HINGE, that is Health, Investment, National Gateway, Enablers. This will serve as the operational engine that converts political will into bankable, executable investments in local manufacturing and bioinnovation. In Ghana, we're leading by example. Our 2026 budget committed 34 billion Ghana cedis, equivalent to $3.4 billion to health and expanded coverage to 20 million people. We're not lecturing from theory. We're building the evidence of what a sovereign health system should look like. And as I prepare to join Thank you. And as I prepare to join many of you at our side event later today to discuss health sovereignty in depth, I leave this assembly with 3 requests, 3 asks. First, let us not let reform be a ceiling. If we are to fix the system, we must be brave enough to look at institutional mandates and mergers without fears. Second, let us invest in execution. The world does not need more communiques. It needs deal rooms, local factories, and resilient supply chains. And third, let us measure success by the clinic, not the conference. The only metric that matters is whether a child in the Global South has a reasonable chance of survival as a child in the Global North. Colleagues, the old global health order built in the aftermath of a different century is tottering. But a new order is rising. And this will be an order that is defined by agency, not aid, by partnership, not paternalism. And it is being built for the mother in the Global South, who even as we speak this morning, will be delivering her child under the light of a lamp tonight. In Africa, we have a saying that one who plants the tree does not always sit in its shade. The reforms we are discussing today are for the generations we may never meet. And yet let our seriousness today be the shade they will rest in tomorrow. And so on this note, I thank Dr. Tedros and the WHO for your leadership, and I thank you to be a special guest at this assembly. I thank you for your partnership.
I introduce an approach to the Office of the Vice President in collaboration with our ministers to organize working visits to our ministries and key institutions. These visits began by prioritizing key ministries, then those run by women, then by first-time ministers, and we are in the process of finishing our visits to all the ministries. I'm proud to report that across our government, our leaders in their various capacities are doing innovative work with what they have by highlighting the often unglamorous but critical work that these ministers, their chief directors, agencies, staff, cleaners, drivers, interns, and other essential workers are doing every day. We are trying to ensure that governance remains connected to implementation and that leadership does not become concentrated within small circles or work in silos. Distinguished guests, even when institutions frustrate us, as they often do, we cannot afford to abandon them without serious reflection on what replaces them. They often require reform and renewal, as well as a reminder that not every disruption automatically results in progress for the majority. We need to ensure that change does not erode the principles of fairness, accountability, and continuity on which stable societies depend.
TVSYZ and also on Power 97.9 FM, the hottest and the biggest conversation in Ghana inside politics in the different city, how 37 Abebrese Street, the heart of Accra, so it in all the 16 regions across the country. Middle Drew, Western Regional Capital, Takrady Sharp, 106.9 FM, Ziama Elembele, Honorable Kofi Amabua Nikrum, also West End 100.3, Omusu Kremo Elhom. Yanko Isimo Etifi Mantemo, Northern Regional Capital ho ena yenuanama omoso eho no omukura den ya jese enye eye Kesmi 107.1 FM omoso kura mo eho Bole ewo Savannah region yenkelege FM Boko ewo Upper East region eye Source 100.1 FM Zaps FM was Zabila ena Pusiga eye Wingpan Sampa Wende FM Yudu wa eye WFM yevu oni konfifi mantema hinkro kese Cape Coast aho ena Adom Sound so kura mo ewo Kotokraba Market You drew a sinful so a rich FM Ekremo ho and ye Central Regional Chairman Professor Sidu Papebi or Tefidi no den ye few and half Yankobono region Time 90.9 from Sokon and Soma FM so ewo in Crown Quanta ye few and half ye could PM ewo half regional capital Eyago Swa Nananum 92.5 FM Moso Ekremo ewo ho and Aduno FM so ewo a year Sankori ye few and I moshi near call a year from Mantama Hinkro Esie who Global 105.1 FM Sukremu region 3 radio stations. New 89.7 FM Okete Krache Honorable Helen Adjuanto. So MP for Krache West Water Onini Ura Dr. Samoa any team ni na omutie ene ewie. Buem FM ewo Jasekan Honorable Kofi Adam Sports Minister ono so na beto ampeso aso krem. Honorable Tibles beto ampeso aso yenuanom a wo kwasa. Ewo so ni KFM ekremu ewo ho. Medi free one afei medi call London GFM radio and a Fire Life radio mo amwo North London East London mo amwo South East ene mo amutie ewo Birmingham mo amwo Bristol ene mo amwo Coventry mo amutie wo Manchester na ebule babes ewo Tottenham ho umusu kure mo Asante babes won so ewo Asante Babes yo mo so chese ye nuanama ewo ho nyina Camberwell Green wo mo so ewo Dawson Market ene kwamna eye Money Matters ene obose ni team ni nyina wo so omota ho ewo Dawson Market ewo eye London na okunkom na utaya ena eye the Big Joe himself wo so ehweye na ye nuanama wo Dubai ene baabi abefa bia heya Big Joe ena chairman Mr Jeff wonde wababi du Ghana obia etie eye Power 97.9 FM na TV SYZ. Facebook Live Power 979 TV SYZ Ghana. So on YouTube, SYZ broadcasting. Yes, semi nyina so no. Oko yen multi TV radio box no so radio SYZ 3.1. Also obetumi etie yen live every home. Me amedi dwumedie ebrewo ene ewie ene ye joada mebo so me ne de tosu dun wotwe 18th May 2026. Ya ye de ebrewo ya sabre abo ye no me ensa pa ho sema aduasa enan. Medin ede Mugabe Maase obetimi afreme atankolega bigger the capacity man na nsema ye de ebre one day ya de se emu edi papa pam enu ana enua kwa minka birthday good board wona ya ba se ye ne nsentwerefo na mansan ni nkita ho a wono ena chese wono ehwe public affairs so edema eye good board ho na capacity man menua eye samijemfi ene ne deputy Eyola Richard omoso ebo adwuma dendenden kwa minka no office so ene zenap any team ni nyina heya na munyina ho oboso so lawyer samijemfi heya no hwesiu papa obo adwuma te se mia mesiu eye abranti a yefen so lawyer Edmond Combat obo adwuma papa obo adwuma te se Ibrahim Mahama modwuma efe monkoso ana montega na anim na oman no intimi emfa ne tumapa emfra so far so good oko eye Bank of Ghana so a eye governor na nkasa eye Dr. Esiama ono so shu yi won fa ni agro krakrakrakra ena menua eye Moru Awudu ono o Metro TV na so du awiase ya political show bakope ena one ne papa Alhaji Etie eno ane TV SYZ na Power FM inside politics jumedi enti kwame ei mejese sika ne mofra no ho ye ho se wudi asa kwampasa kwame di asa ene afano no ofo de kwame wo se wutu anamo wo se de omo pese omo ye wo ho ne ya maye ni amere a omo bese ho yes ya maye ni amere omo bese ho na wo kope baabi akwa tu akoye yi a eja Isaka Maase the late na fuom ensi china menya ne tiese ono abo Collins ada nyame adoma o china wo de nani kire ho Ghana ha obi ani wa so sene mra wontumi nsore se ya ton concession e de amaw emre bi atwamu nti wa sore amanfo koko amanfo board amanfo ndobaye wo kọ na ahemfo okrom ho assembly members ye engage obia ne atesi me say ye ba ne aba bitu eye agudie wasase ne so me ka kire mo ne ensi china enye adwuma ne enye adwuma china mo hwe me lips ka kire mo amfa ne ma toto na kwema dialogue ene the best way ya obetumi ni partners ne modin komo na obia ye den ehun atonu to infante any subire community mining ya sabie mu de takashi epese ewura ho no kai ensi ne na de ja Isaka ne sama akora anya samampa say everyone na de amamo munya very careful ho because am trase emani si yes omo wo so motiase no mo betiase me pese me go deep I will just leave it like that ndie move on na yenko enim na esa ye nananom esie baby a yesie mpanifo ne yade akogina wo say mo community mo betimi afa ha na ma ye mining cemetery ye mining wo cemetery mo respect the departed souls your papa ka be kwa akogina your papa ka wo de be kwa akogina wo say baby a yesie obi papa no ye fa ho enkoye mining useless ones tenase ane atenase omo aso no omunya den omuntie period You move on yon koyenim. If it must be done, it must be done well. Yet na ho, me say yet na ho easy. Submission infante community ma yet na ho. E many paba kumienu. E sorry say ye the concession ama womo. Na nanoma hemfu krom ho, penifo e wo krom ho. Chief and elders yan consort to bia. Ne asate the machine say be go say be yede ye be too agudi. Hey. Na munim de wasa asana se. Munim de wasa asana se. Infante subiri so no munim de wasa asana se. Mo de motra na mo ade. Baby ye papa mo ene ye nananom wo mo yesi omo ye mpno. Me na me lead crusade me say esi na esi china. Yes. Mo fa respect emma wo ma si aye wo ma wu aye si omo no. Mo mo da respect. Ena esam no doso. Na mama na me ho. Afanyo markets are useless caricature ne sem ha. Na me akasa me Bible lead that crusade. Someone tier 3. Woman ye dia kwa sawamu no afanyo market won chami amete he. Won chami obi bia mu meka play nya play fa. Afanyo markets won che obi a e wo Ghana ha. Safidie na eyi mu tier 3. Eso aku Ghana eso alesa na so Mugabe na no. Sa nkofo we aye MPP for na sati di judges for tem e wo Ghana ha no. E wo se emra eye adwuma. Said ye mutie 3 ye didi wo mo no say MPP for the omo kasa omo kroje that useless caricature omo kroje medam ho aba me ba ene awia die efiewura ntu a kremu betu na sia megane amagashia ene be hu amaga hoho afanyo market so akoka ene die wotie ahua wo beti bi ahua pa bloggers ni nyina the whole Ghana heya na obi a etie medam ho na aja mape s natural mineral water gu memnum na the support from the 900 million angels ye na juadai ye NG Gabriel ene lead team no ya ba be setting sim ni nyina mo de ya den e de amaye na hwefo ene ye ne tiefo ye ba sesia. Ghana so Ghana the whole Ghana bebia atankoliga biga Mugabe Maase yes bema banono mi sisu ma azana mahamo me mede se mede kasa menye obi a break me be break me menye obi a touch me e be ye me unbreakable unstoppable unshakable and unbeatable. That is the man atankoliga biga. Yes, Dr. Mary Awusi yeah Ghana Free Zones Authority CEO and there wa woda SYZ ye celebrate you. Ye my happy birthday. Say Nyakopon ema wa hoden ene nkwatente aden fonyi no we free SYZ ye management team ni nyina inside politics crew ni nyina production ABC miame so bia Raf Jampo ene Peter Kevin Asante ono so obidi ni birthday na minu ya baada na wa miamu ujum za birthday me die ja wakoye minu ya benti mefa ne sa nka Kevin say 29th we na che say 27th eye sala obe onenkremofo be wenam na ade che wa home na ade che wa san ba be di birthday ade no asese be no kremofo sala na e be wenam no ye 27th. On say ka wo Kevin obedi udi na di ni June na say obedi ni di adi no me animanimu ya anaka yekọ te say die mili mili spa ba kwele di ni die on the 24th no ene Dr. Mary Awusi ene da so Kwame Kade ni die nra ene ne Dr. Mary Awusi NDC wo ma ye nyame na esira yen sei Alhaji tina makonta ba ko pe me fa woni agodo no Alhaji salamu alaikum o hweye maami a adwen no abobbe tina bobbe Dr. Mary Awusi Nyakopon mo ahode ne kwatenten abusuafo nyina chiao wa make the whole family proud Yes, said me TV so the whole family will be at home. I say yes. The later Mugabe Maase and the bano odinu kure edema o my Ghana. See ya no see ya kono kama nyamemo aho de ne kwatente no na message nyame se on fama de wo hwehwe wasase so bia no o ma wakoma so ade nyina emmem o mmemo 5 mother of 5 wo nkwada makoma ko enum achese wo ye obatampa nyame hira wo na okoso a enye wo kese Angela osu wo kumase bia wo bia ncha kese enko emfa emma Bibia we do a video na to bia high TV SYZ and a power 97.9 FM a year boss track CEO ya water kwa bibia will be an check say enkoma me amema ma for sinanasi bibia will be a mommy nyame asumdwe enkan ne abusuani nyina sabre mpanimfo bia te na video ho ya oba betie ensem a eye Mugabe Maase ede eba Ghana for omu film brutal na ensem no ede edafom boko na ye dwada ma me sha ase ho na me over the weekend me say ba o me ahase se maka chiro se tofina omudi no omudi tofina no omokogina no omokasa eno ase omokasa sa president dey a serious business o na se wo opposition na se wo pese oba abem na pese gani ase take we serious a that useless caricature won to me cases a waso a obe makwa access ankofo no kra no wo mumra omun gati closer to say me pe chairman edi me pe general secretary edi ana me pe organizer edi e wasa amanyoko no etimi sa amanyoko no e de snam wo mu na ate say de emu nim de moye en enye me wanwa say edu ba be sa say hwan e na ye leader said yes why who is their leader now when niam o mu ye ni nyina o mai o adwene say dede enu mo be ye he 2028 abato na be for mu ye dede e betiam mu ambi for mu ntie efiri na ekoi dede bia mo be ya enya mra kwa so bia wo se etiam ye ne ekura power wo tumi ne ne kura yen amammo mfi nwatwa amammo fu amode ma Ghana fo na so ansu ansa ne mo hunu say nipa ye de eye akofra no kese no ye de sane sa obetime de o mine akobọ sha asase so no woni ne His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enei anopai okasa ewo Geneva Switzerland. Yes, na sa o mine na o mine no esa ne yebekọ eye epic no after the IMF program enema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne President Miss Little na kwem na yebejai eye o mine ma Akufo-Addo na Akufo-Addo to me the inflation rate no ekọ ya kodru eye 54.1%. na eye debt to GDP 71.2. na wo hwe eye inflation rate na mame ma indicators ni ye before and then the current ones ya ewo hono inflation Akufo-Addo eja no obefado koya kodru 54.1 ene John Mahama ede akwa kodru eye 3.4. oko America ene America mema Donald Trump under Donald Trump America omu inflation rate no eye 3.8. Sesi abeka kire say ye ka economy ye ka inflation mu asema o my Ghana ejine ye nti say ye hia eye o de say IMF program bia bim. Debt to GDP gross eye domestic product Akufo-Addo de kodru eye 71.2. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ba nre ye ano wate so aba bedru 45.3. Cedi to dollar John Mahama befa no Akufo-Addo rezi ya ko 17 na sa ba ya te ba eye 15.5 under the good leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene ya mame prof na Jinopoko Ajman vice president of the republic here wono ene chairman of the economic management team woni ni team Dr. Siama, governor of the Bank of Ghana, and finance minister, honorable Atofos and any deputy, honorable Ampim Nyako, womu etumi abomo homodia ama enei dollar to cedi no eda 11.44. Timi ba 10 na ba 10.2, 10.3, 11. Na oya fiscal deficita. Akufo-Addo pejemu ede ko 11% enei baby ejina sesia no ye 1.0. Check the difference. Ene da hono me kasa evidence based ma bia ne nyina mo de ato ama enti wei and baby o man ni yaduro no ye de ho se yebetimi atoto ye nema yie se de be ya yebetumi akoyenim na ene wo hwe ama eye investor confidence ene wo hwe Chinese for eye Switzerland for Indians ene ama awodo so German for eba omoma mpanyine enche wo ba Ghana ha na wo hwe enipa eba o my Ghana ma na kire say this administration eye administration womo etumi ade niema toto na kwamu yi na omo spend it wisely tie nimiye mini wo bi atemo me say when it comes to a spending na one wo ye na expenditure no ye budget na ya ye bibia kama and a MPP na wo hwa ECG allocation ko a na enam 9.3 billion enei 1.2 1.3 billion and ye de ma wo ma enu bi ne de akrakra transformers ene ne manema enei under a year John Jinapo ya nyame ya doma next month eju ye ne birthday amisumi de ye 10th June no watumi atoto enema yi yes it is a ye pe obi ade wo my way asenesa ye maame a oye on the head economic management team no ye prof na je opoko agema wanya economics you na so de o se wo ye economic ye wizard o se whiskey do ye fa o man nyina nya dan ensa ne sa if the fundamentals are weak the exchange rate will expose you wano any obi a what economics why adwuma e wo Bank of Ghana pen into as deputy governor niema ototo wo ho no ye de Ghana ehye one akufo adon sa wo mo de Ghana ebekọ bosha asase ne so se ne minim se wo mo ye area boys wo mo so akohwie ye just create loot and share ye pe kwan ya be fa so ye be cash ye bobo krono ye be bo man krono ama o man si apenie. That was the agenda of the day. Create, loot and share. Akrofo we eno na no omo eye ho adwuma enei bawumia enam ana ogira simpe so bonitri koli say abosoma kotre say ye mfa Ghana ensa enhye wo mo ensa tie nipa o kasa de do man sha ne sa wetumi antoto o man ni yie what you say ya enei omuko IMF for bailout enei ya nyansane John Dramani Mahama yeah wetumi bringing inflation down what stabilizing the city what rebuilding a confidence o my Ghana ama investors and I mean say will be up say wo ba Ghana wa restructure a domestic and external debt wakati fiscal deficit, control expenditure and increase revenue, improve Ghana's foreign exchange buffers, preserve social intervention programs, fix weaknesses in public financial management. That is the man John Dramani Mahama. Yes. And that is the man ye can huasem. Ye to me ye mistake biem. Ensign and for my kwasa akohwefo we nsa concert for we nsa concert party for we ye timi fa o my we kwahwe mo nsa meni umienu ya mane ya nana no mo da che besai o mu ni future. The future generation will not even forgive us. Say a mistake at the my way akwasha akohwefo we wo mo nsa wo mo be say bibia because no mo spend e o mo fa nyansa ento ho almost spend unnecessary. One more finance anya day and to home. And now you go a yes tabia. Be a yen juma. Yes. Be a yen juma. Honorable Kofi Bua. Fantastic minister. Lands and natural resources. Well, yet you bet me a ye say illegal a young man in Galam say no, will bet me to see. And I support him 100%. Anything illegal, me Mugabe, I won't support it. Anything illegal, I won't support it. If it must be done, it must be done well. Yes. And today, baby, oh my not do no. Hey, mumia tia sama ba mumia enama oka. Me wia enami was some kan. And the chief Bani, and I am a special guest, former national organizer of the NDC. Chief Bani on the guest and every Mofaba Omia concert in Toshumani. Abonija.
Every president has handed over power to someone they contested. Wow. Every president. has handed over power to someone they contested. President Rawlings handed over power to Kufuor. They contested in 1996, isn't it? Yes. President Kufuor handed over power to who? Atta Mills. They contested again in 2000 and 2004, isn't it? Yes. And then Atta Mills unfortunately passed away and gave it to John Mahama in terms of he was elected. But the Mills Mahama government handed over power to who? Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, whom Mahama had contested. And Nana Akufo-Addo has also handed power to who? To John Mahama, whom he contested. So now, who is John Mahama going to hand over power to?
Sisi ya concert isi ya no de awo obonfo oyonko obao ye maame prof na anagin mese wanya economics o ono literature brofo nko anu woka ene ode ya mayen single digit inflation useless caricature offer set tofe ene edidi president tofe tafre ene edidi president wa mo kura no ye mistake ya be chewo wo Niama ye mu nya ne maketo a watani general one ne deputy wo da wo nawo wo bia wa ye mistake bia also answer question obe answer question mo bia nye mistake. I'm sending the warning to them MB before no ma omo nunu omo ho nsa obi ansuro omo ana obi anya be manche obi a Ghana ha wo mo kura 2 minutes yaje nti omo tie kire wona se omo ye omo adwene se judiciary no woman no omo wo eye power no omo senge hallelujah enei ejane hye omo a omo kire se judges no e wo se omo tira bontini omo di omo atem because sometimes eya na me blame system no se Ghana ha ne enya eye minority leader obi a why minority leader da why eye majority leader da no wase sebe da bia opia bontena jimisem no obeka me to sabe kura kan opia bontina Jimmy Sam no beka ajaje so beka se tie omo principal for no beka se tie mo eye speaker ana beka se tie ano ana ye jane sa no nam sa wey me ka kira mo say wey enye different from eye muntie 3 and me kasa so the afanyo markers ene eye ne call for is and come mo ekeka bo omo de sa eye audio no eba bontene yeah on the judgment day yeba ruling no ma hye omusu na ehi akafa no no mo de abegina court wa no munim de ebesie no enei sa same judges no ebi wo Ghana ha yetimetra ho amma eye obi a wo ye lawyer ne wonim mra me call law school na so no Mugabe Maase ya say wo de wo ye host Inti wudi ya wajeje hon more fire. You say you spare them on SPURRED. Eno ni yede mame. You say wajeje hon one ka bibia ka se fibia nti ajaje bia. Na mo no na we host. To wajeje hon ma omo kasa no ijaba omo to omo scandalize court no. And omo put the name of the court into what? Disrepute. Diamo de boy no. Na enei under a MPP say Emma Canada Japan another useless caricature tena Ghana ha edi judge a wote wano na semso efre judge ni say oye stupid judge na obehia no hwe ensi de eye tokonu be ya ne say omo sa transfer sa judge no ade ne ko voter region and today and na ye kasa na ye cheche ne mama fo atiase afia papa bi na amafo atiase a na wo say ye reflect na de see enu abi no I will take this upon myself and I will petition the Chief Justice and Ghana Bar Association say etime tra ho hwe ye se de wo waka no bi asuro me se obi betra ha no ka judge asempe na maka cho say no ho menko ho ene me see okura be ka chiro be ni anto be ka chiro say fa wo be hu anu ascend me fantastic yes ho so ba metra mo ba attack judge on my show because aboa nip yes de wo waka no bia eden esusunsun e bia to me yes and eto me no ya na mutie ne you yes o hene ba ne de na papa ya den ete ase na John Mahama na na president but oma aye the due process emra ya den aye adwuma ane convict yen ane onu de gina emra so ane ode ma e pardon enti sa kan nei kametwa wie ya me fight for any political position bi akora ya den e wo man no but thanks to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ane o save yen and today the same Ghana na ni wo mu she exercise she change you she is a sign you will have a Kufuor packing and various court no nothing has changed but a nay some Kufuor no more singing hallelujah those days no and they woman they did judges at them and with all due respect our humble Chief Justice Papa me bo dia no ma peja me mu wo nua direct wo nua direct yo wo nua direct mo tietri asem ne baaye the late bafo boni babo ye asemuti na uka judges ya Chief Justice outi so sesia na uka judges ya e wo se etena asem so na so uni Chief Justice then ya mame ya George Wood mo excuse mo say mame George Wood say ono ene Chief Justice on person betena asem ni biem eno achi no ya papa Justice bafo boni wusu yi hu free asem no say conflict of interest because wunia ena a manage what they say Network Broadcasting Company Limited, Radio Gold, Muntie and a TV Gold. And I me kagana for me come asem no matias here. Uncle to how baby will be a papa. Nyamia sum you count next month 12 June your birthday. Happy birthday in advance papa e bebe fi. There be a beba beji futu. And we you know free asem no. Afanyo markets money nana komiamo and the kwame sifa kamo atra prisa fama wo mu ba horo ya say sentence ne kwa de maye no na iswa neswa anaya tegana ha ama adiwe abronya adiwe kwakwo we etimetra Ghana ha etre TV su di John Mahama atem etre TV su edidaka Williams atem etre TV so edi a year circuit court judge or a data atem na ye remade ni 2 weeks ya useless how crash for we akwhwe for we sankwas for we eso mu TV da e wo Ghana ha they should bring it on afanyo markets awase chene ni manimu ya Ghana Police Service mesia petition aya Chief Justice as nyanti afanyo markets e wo Ghana ha said ye mutetre de ne baaye no sa pepepe ne ye ba be sore ye ba be so ye ne ba be bere ko sa afanyo markets ba bia obi ya no wo se che no na emra eye dan eni ni di ye timi mo obi tra ate said ye wono ne de we ye minority leader na afanyo markets hweme na hwa no eni mo nyambe ne wono musina mi amete hei sami ya de meko na ye fine station afane me 30,000 Amani ye at that time na useless caricature we minum die ti kwa timamfo mu wasa aye abeton peso aso wini ba ne patamu mutime koto sa tele ko yi koto aba eyi sa sabi useless caricature we woni tete ye pa ase ya tete no woni fie tete ye and I would take Ghana ha so ye minority leader and I would di judges for atem e wo Ghana ha na me de metumira na ma ye de ne ma kire sie o we mo kwa okasa o mo say wakasa me na twom ono afanya no ono ayasa no we okasa wo say atwe no na mo de munim de abobo ba ho wo bia obeye fe wo be fa mra we asa won sa say me ya afanya markings me ya bronye me ya bawomia mo tie ne yi o not even bawomia me exclude no Wobi obeye mistake bia. Wobeye na dwene say wode sakasaka beba o man bia na yebeche no. Yes. I'm serving the money to them. One year me serve them no mo tie ni ye. Wobi bia on paper my way peace. So peace be prevail in this country. No ye na dwene say wode sakasaka bia beba bia no yebeche. One will say yes. 2 million ni 2 million crying. Timemofo a edi 2 million share sa no. Almost here for 2 million yadan yan somo. And we'll make sure say we'll save the good people of this country with all our strength and with all our hearts. Yes. Me obi am tolerating nonsense in my life. Even if I'm my brother, if I'm my sister, my family member, me even me pastor, and answer me imam. Why I will fire you without fear or favor. Yes, my party members, those at the top. We are there nya me so be I say me so nya me asaba be so nipa da sene. I will respect you all right, but if it must be done, it must be done well. And no na dem nam 26 years in this profession. Ya me koba de bi atenti wo kwete me fa me ko ho. Yes. De nya me hira no no hira no. Afanya sama waka no. Ensem no hu. Afanya bopo sini asom e wo Ghana ha akwan ko sehwe. Ja afanya no me say de oye wo share judge kro betimi abo judge. De afanya eye wo share judge wo betimi abo judge. Nti wase stop no. Wo say emra ne afanya di. No ko gina court. Na wo ne ho wo so. No hu ni smoothness level. Ebetu say John. The less say John. Okogina daka mu no. Enya lawyer ayikwe otu a. Nka say John nka obeko jail. Abra aya abratia or searchlight newspaper mo friend saying. MPP ni o gina wo okai queen of wa we kan kranche. Mo wo se de se eye no. Hwe menu akoma asame awuku. E fa no no. Ye bisa ne say ni shoe size eye say na ne ho wo so che. Same awuku. My younger brother. Na ne ho wo so che. Wo se muga ade ne nya yizo. Muga ade ne nya yizo me se nyame nka ho. Ye fa won kokot. Na me ametie kantabake kura ye fa me ko bida. Hankof nka me sada. Ne ma me so a ye say ya invite you ewo court be ya ye say Supreme Court. Sa semaba. The highest court of the land. Ya from a magistrate court. Ya from a circuit court. Ya from a high court. Ya from a court of appeal. Straight to the highest court of the land. Near Kuchame. 3 months. Near say, me send 30,000, 300 million. Akuska or the say Kugan 300 million. Alessa 300 million. Ti onko 900 million. Enkanisi kano. Station owner no. A voice no frequency owner into 300 million. Owner of the station into 300 million. Fisika ye Jeffrey ye muntie ho. Then ye nya nkofo bi ho mo se ye minority leader useless ye minority that macro ye ma omo so mfaso ne se omo po nya parliament or who cares. Useless ones. Omo so ni mfaso bi ama wo man we. Omo ye mambofo, they are very wicked people. Omo power my way ye. They did same things to Kwame Nkrumah. Edu baby na Ashanti region. Omo person ba Kwame Nkrumah akwa Ashanti region. I will play a video here. Na what ye where your video enye audio. Mebo ha na Ghana fo nyina hu not today. And the person etie atem di dia. Afenyo markets edi eye a judges. Ibua one former chief justice say papa justice Bafo Boni. And na me kana asem no maka Bafo Boni maka na asem anwi o. Bafo Boni no ote Supreme Court. Onu ani nua ya your friend say UJ Bafo Boni on NCA issue. One Alhaji Osman. He was the then Deputy National Security Coordinator. Yes. Under GM1. And Papa no know your hene. Mutia ni you. Now your hene. Wo call a damango. He's a gonja man. No de hene. Akufa do me jailin. Tie me ye. Chief Justice ya wate akonya isuwe. Justice Bafo Boni. Ni nua Eugene Bafo Boni. Tie di ni ye. Akufo-Addo emie jeli no e won samom papa na fe no waba abontere that you tie me haya na wotie oni abusuafo nyina no menka wo yawo but me am to anamo bansamom ho ebe srawo mene Honorable Julius Zabra chief of staff e ka ho ne koye tumira no machiresie ne kwachi papa no kwachi Alhaji Osman papa ba ko ani afra ne Tavi na Tavi eye dialysis Tavi spend 5 nights a year in someone prisons me kabusuafo yawo the man is still alive on NCA issue Tavi spend 5 nights 3 days bia was why dialysis now no our dialysis machine bi kolebu ene de papa ne yeden ekoto ye papa ne da hosa kopem say sentence na de man no yeden eso ye Akufo-Addo ntimi ampade papa no. These are the wicked people that we are talking about. Nasa ene Chief Justice no wonu ane nua emre di no mani ye a who is Abronye Kokuwe who is that Abronye ya brete we did that Ka Williams atem did your mama atem and did judges atem Ghana ha because we free say bibi born home by and never who smoothness level. And let's listen to the useless minority leader. Here Afenyo Markins. Me petition the Chief Justice and the Ghana Bar Association. So what's a mra and the Afenyo den Eddie. Now one this I was say who did domain in Parliament that August House. Say or yeah minority leader in Parliament. No. Yet is some form with that.
That judge has no respect for his own judicial oath. I don't think he read the law. That circuit court 9 judge, I have no respect for him. For a judge to say that he's remanding Abronye into BNI custody until the case is finally determined, such a judge can never have my respect. I pray that he summons me for contempt. Yes. I will continue to disrespect him until he upholds the law. He's gone beyond his judicial function. And it is not his first. It's as if he has been selected purposely to achieve this. He doesn't talk law. I don't know whether he ever passed his law exam. It's a shame. It's a shame on the judiciary. And my Lord Bafuboni must pay attention to this. For whatever it is, it's about his legacy. I'm told by December he will be 70 and he will be gone. Is that the legacy he wants to leave after Tokonu was booted out of office? And all manner of accusation leveled against Tokonu. Is that the judiciary? Yes. The judiciary, they said they were going to reset. Is that the reset? Where a judge will say he is remanding an accused because if he allows him to go home, if he grants him bail, he is likely to talk again.
The Mahama administration has calculated that intimidating MPP communicators and silencing its regional leadership will allow it to govern without accountability and shield its mounting incompetence from scrutiny. That calculation is profoundly wrong and it will fail. It will not work. The MPP will not be guarded, not by arrests, not by bail denial, not by BNI detention, not by any instrument of fear this government deploys. We make the following demands, and they are non-negotiable. First, Mr. Kwame Bafo-Abronye might be relieved from BNI custody immediately. His detention is constitutionally indefensible and must end today. Second, our legal team will mount full constitutional challenge to this prosecution, including challenge to the application of sections 207 and 208 of Act 29 against political speech where civil liberties are available and adequate. Third, Parliament's Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee shall, upon assumption of Parliament, be made through an application to summon the Inspector General of Police, the Director General of BNI, to publicly account for every decision taken in this matter. The Chief Justice is not also above the law. Parliament will use every law under its command to summon the Chief Justice. They must all be answerable. And let the majority know this. In the effort by the minority in ensuring this is done, they should not try to stampede it. It is good for democracy, and we call on the majority to support it, because tomorrow they may be in opposition and they may need this very law to protect them. I repeat, for our friends in the majority in Parliament, I call for their cooperation, even as the minority in summons the Chief Justice, the IGP, and the Director General BNI to appear before Parliament. They should support us. They should cooperate. It is a democratic responsibility. They shouldn't, for partisan consideration, decide to stampede us with their numbers. If they do, one day, they will regret it.
When I say, and this is never done fear. What's a BNI for? This man is creating fear and panic. I was a BNI for Pekin as soon as possible. Why also mobona bongone? No be obey and was a beme say BNI more premises so and national security IGP office. Sanko for you my doing so one more bad be de debut hoa. Muma pepper spray. One tear gas no mutingu amoso. No mu bibi. One confo we or say more money. Yama appear tigu amoso. Womu yam 2 or memoha. 1.5 years in opposition, and I'm to me. Less than 1.5 years in opposition, and I'm to me. And the mobile cover 35 to 40 years. You. Hey, power na munyani 8 years ya. Na mufa bo emagande ni biano. Afei and a mobile be simra. Yes. And who are one way? So when you are not above the law. And then who did Chief Justice at him? A year judge what tia semestro at him. Look at who is talking. Look at who is talking. Go back and play their tapes. Way back in 2016, July, August. Go back and play their tapes. Play their videos. After the ruling, a Supreme Court. Quotation for we moka Uganda. Quotation for na komiamo. Any afanyamo is and komamo. Womoka Uganda. Anybody at home? Go back. Netie. Ube soon. And we mudason in a mabontry. ECG containers and 1 seminar. We dash in a mabontry. We was what they be away busy. Ewo yoko. We are busy. Ewo BNI. Mocheno. Moche afanya markets and any animal. Mocheno. Yataho emaningu judges for any mass organ ha. Esine sichina. The man who is in charge, you know, the number I can't hang you with you. Jamahama, the name you need form. Ye papa prof, ye mammy prof, na Jane, the nurse form. Ye chief justice or boy Juma. Ye chief of staff, a young Munya for Julius Dabra, that in the Katika, or ye Juma. Who do Jubilee House? Quayo, surprise a mamma to choir. Who do her, will be office, will be a ye Juma. And your Kotobe Kumba by any new. Where about Papa? Will be a busy, me say, governance is a serious business. President today and yet a yet of it free. We will check in your money baby of fire and wakaza. Winning baby of fire 3 years and wakasa we. But you matter national television so D Chief Justice, D judges said the judge no will you shame. Judge no we need to say we law we law. Can you imagine this? Near to home. Mocheno. More bia on my ma wemo cause fear and panic in the system. Mocheno. Yes, because okasa anyhow. Wabo police in uniform. Wabona sum we see. What did this speaker Tembebre? We see our Ghana ha. Wakasa fu Ghana ha. Etia Jomama ni penifo bebre. We see our Ghana ha. Because you feel so ye bema. And then last in ye beche wo. Emrani ni ubedi. Wo hu se wunye obi our Ghana ha. Mame call a year cement vita for her Emra Frida Trasi. Na miwia na enemy cup victory for some reasons intino. Cup victory and the oh freedom wakwaba. Yes, and yes, Nessani.
Me am sure.
And they Juada.
And I Juada. Ben, wo be mem.
Miss me a kojo. Do Juada see ya.
Na angel na no
sunny. Two Janessa. Two Jan. It's with your politics, your own. And they na wo my.
Me da si bebre. E busia fo e be mo adwo na se be mo ha. Awo mo kwaba 7 vital herbal mixture and the capsules. Our Pensan Company Limited akofo bedwa so. De bia adwoda etna ha na e bo ho de road trail. Minim se aha SYZ de sam me awie de. O ma mu ni nyina motedin ha na mutie. Na edro we yedunwa ye specifically say enye ntini enye onompemu enye onefs mu adwuma enu nti eye mampanyimfo ene de ye hwese ne woda na ye no na ehwe ya de ahodo a pompom ba any signs and symptoms a edi maba ne mrante na chi a sa ye boy ya de wa efa ntini ni nompem ni afi nkase mu ade a ye nkase mpanyimfo nko a na se obi aka ho bi ene ti se wie bre wote menka ene me na anopewie ya na me hu sa branche wo no obi di nkomo na okoto no or fa bi of na said the be your best story nipa no hwa or on the early 20s mu late 20s mu quarter early 30s mu na late 20s mu baby on ti me sorry cement vital herbal mixture in the capsules. Dr. James Hamwan and Pennyfo Atanase, Achi Edria Muhini, Emu Nsuo, Afe so Edriana Brana Casanuya Habai, Yaka be a boom, I be so, I be capsules, na be powder no, a digimasuno way, a be yiffy cry, a yintimo jumenti, Siatica, a betenet, a yintimo jumenti, when I'm yo piano, a beco, and Ramitera who say Mungo, Becca, a simple a hodra, and Rantiqua Basso, and Memene, and Sabin San or Ding said a bay on Benya one day. Edia ye djuman anoding and I want to semense kana e do when a boost to energy e ma hoden sonko e ma wutimi ye djuma e no side effect bi anim we foreign material bi anim yanka say die mu e na ya hwehwe edia ye say dro no enti di nti na be kwa akoro no sa anya ma na be kwa akofo half fra bro e chena nso cement vital herbal mixture in the capsules ebe mo ahoden sonko eba ne general body pain honam dua ne ba bia ya wo ya bia ade bia di pain ba se bia wonya bia enteric fever and pain bia ba wonya ulcer and the pain bia ba wochiri bremo ya wo ya wakote ahwe ba bi and honam ya ho ade de anaya ya ejuma mason for carpenter for and Ghana mpo de ejuma ne ye ka ne agade ejuma bia wo ya bia edin cement vital herbal mixture in the capsules. Afe now the preka powder naka ho ebedi wa kagina mu anya asem ketwa ebe boyi sa o yawo ni nyina ne honam yawa ema wontimi ne ho nya adwuma ne nyina e de afi hot ama ho eni ntimi sro ba bia wa wote menka bia na wo hwɛ me no kope bi na to power fm nti ma me fa number ne ntudwa na mo ntro na mo nsave na mo ya mo afrɛ yen na ye ne mo atwetwe nkomo ye number betimi afrɛ yen wo so e 0244 718557 0244 718557 and 0241 604 702 0241 604 702 and 0500 88 8890 0500 88 8890 number si ufraya o WhatsApp ye bebia wo bia ye beje wo so na hye ne nso sa won kran ha de a Repair Ventures e na banya dosopo netu nemu wo a wote yen ka wo bebia na wo hye yen e wo bebia wo Ghana ha no wo de frayen ye bet show de be wo no wakoto eno achi nso bora herbal shop pharmacy shop bia Lansens chemical shop bisa sa opa agan cement vital herbal mixture in the capsules no ubenye bia to wo your bear ma me see a drop ba kwa sa mre wo sa wo de kan routine ho cement vital herbal mixture in the capsules wo de preka powder no aye wo tea anopa ne anwumre emema mu hu hia so se mo na mo ye tire no mu ni ho aye ni ho eno ntie hu hia sa wutimi tena se adwumaden afi obra ho dodo no ebeyi ni nyina de afiri ho na no achi na aboa mo agina so se bema e chere bi ho no ma ne ma ya atwam nti no ama afi de me ma se makofe me no achi enu bi a ye da so aye nom enam yade bi aba ye so no eno so de oha ofoforo bi a ni side effect no Mama ya mrese bema edroba kwa bedi wakagina mu eye cement vital herbal mixture ene ne capsules ene ba bedi aboa wo ema baby ansero ema obi bi antwechi wo baby a ene na wonte cement nka we enya aphrodisiac we enye memedro bi mu a mwati wo baby a mkoto no na yese ha we eyi ntinim eboa mamoja ne pompe yie ene tema hoden sonko a wutimi de bo adwuma na wugina wonan so oba nso yenyi wunfiri mu oba wa ye mre wo mpemu libido kofem me patcho cement vital herbal mixture ne capsules ubi out the prekese powder na ka ho eno chi na beboa so oba ayi ufichi krom ha nyina de afi ho de ama aboa mo agina so oba purchase yenye se ne de mintimi nko na ne de baby bint de bi unya cement a ebeboa ma oya na ko ebeboa ma baby amoja no two bro so na siesie o ebeboa ma wo de atia ka ma emma ye ho ana ma honam yira wo nyina ye afi ho so mo da kraso tia e ma oya basa untimi nwini ye o productivity level nyina atimi kofem ba unya cement vital herbal mixture ne capsules now the prekese powder ne ka ho a onua eno ano no ukọwanim pebi na tona no no na mwa wo eye koko na aba wo so oyo ba na be ma koko timi ba ebra wa fa efru a wo sa efru ni emu duro no timi si wo nerves na se bebia wo ja wo na afa no e ma wo timi nya koko bi wo nso so akese emro so ebi wo ho so a wo de niema kese a wutimi peja anantrase a wutimi tenaseche kokko a aba so no se wanhwe ne ye na wanye mfi wo ntitiru wo wo de na pie na afa sisi ho no kakran ebo ano a dise koye operation o ebi offer do bia emfa cement vital herbal mixture and the capsules ebedi wakagina mu aka cho say do ye formulate purposely for your nerves for your ntini tebe ye bema ya hoden enam say yes anema no ho adwuma ntini o fa ma na boa ama kokko no so eye fi ho e de amount your numbers no e wo screen so mo amutie o radio eye power ba cho mo mfra yen e wo 0244 7185 57 0244 718557 and 0241 604702 0241 604702 obetimi WhatsApp ya send a voice note baby a ho ye free bia baby a wote enka wo bia no ye beje wo so na ye na watwetwe nkomo chene sesa won kran han ma repairs ventures and abenya dodo no etu afei make de bia make atro so wo hopa na akoma bon tentem a me pa chopa ho poesi bre ansa na ye kese ama sanse palpitation wo hoyi eye signs and symptoms emma se ebra moja e wo se timi diefu sane ekoni pedua no entimi nkoyie me pa chopa prekese powder se bi gu nsuom nanom e bia na wanya stroke wo pese ana wo nipa bi nya stroke apese ne ho ton tentem me pa cho cement vital herbal mixture ne capsules no nya bia emma ore mfi se wo de prekese powder no enso ebe title e de amount wo diabetes anasa wo pressure no e masa edrowe empa ho da prekese powder e de mufua ebe bo papa wo da bia wo tai ye tai si usi moja e ne ye ken ne ma moja prekese powder e be de wakagina mu into kwana so pa gan cement vital herbal mixture ne capsules ni bia to a e ma rain fi so beka se me paprika ni bi so e de aka ho na ebetimi abo papa amo apomden no e giran nice ye pa me pa chope no bi na to na emwa wo me shrel so yo bia obu nsa moja tatu pa me pa choprika no e ye nyim free mu to gan ni wie pe paprika no so e fa ka ho mo moja so tate pa no e no so ebedi wakagina mu se do ya formulate mama ne mema to pebito nimi ense nyina wodwa so na answer message so no me pese me ka cho say cement vital herbal mixture ne capsules no company dey abedwa so ye frame Pensan Company Limited no ye ndro e de bedwa so beton ye ni hospital Yeni clinic ewo baby a nti misro se de be obi fa 6 enkoda na 9 no me pa cho so penchire mu bia fa nu aya ka ho bia ne ade bia wonte ase a fa number na frɛ yɛn na afei nso yɛn no wo dwa so no so wokɔ ano apɛ bi atɔ yɛ frɛ yɛn no nyina gan nyame adom Dr. James Amoa ɛna pamfo akeka bi abɔ mo sa de bedwa so biem prekese ne garlic wɔ hɔ ɛno akyi nso yɛwɔ malamis wɔ hɔ a ɛbɛtu malaria se nyina ma yɛn ansa na yɛsa wɔ cement vital herbal mixture ne capsules ya ne nyina ɛboa bɛtu yɛde ase akro deɛ yɛ ne sɛ produce ndro na yɛde kodwa man so kɔtɔn yɛni hospitals ntihwɛ ɛna obi amfa 6 anda ne wɔ 9 na cement vital herbal mixture ene ne capsules a de bia me bo hu de rochel no eno so yendura eboa siesie ne pedua enti ukodwaman so na akopedura ebeyi usiatika ebeyi utoase yaw ebeyi ananse cheche wonsa ene wutifa ema wakoma bo ntentem na afa hu ayira wo ena moje ni woni pedua ni mu a cement vital herbal mixture ne capsules afa so prekese powder enroyi ene bedi wakagine mum asempetia enti ha ene brebe makwan ma me de ensem a efa cement vital herbal mixture ne capsules hu nyina abesie na afei so no ya to aso nene ya wa me akonya se mengu so na men kyerɛkyerɛ mo na men kan kyerɛ mo se cement vital herbal mixture no eye du papa enti pe bi na to fra ye e wo 0244 718557 0244 718557 ana say 0241 604 702 0241 604 702 and 0500 888890 0500 888890 and our last one no beti me the 30 e de ahyeto de bia metena ha na meni mudi nkomo ade ba kwa ya meka hwe mema ne say so premature ejaculation a yare a wo thyroid beti makofa aba yare a wo testosterone betimi akofa aba yare niema bebre woni padue ni mu abetimi akofa aba anampo sa wo de na eye primary obi ho a na efi abusue ni ma na ye wo no krasa na ote dada anase ono de waye bia pen ne no enhye da nkoyie ana obi ho nso so a ne no obi afefa na akofo ha foforo e de abre no sa wo ha wo nyina no na no yie eye cement vital herbal mixture ene ne capsules ene ne beboa wo eyi sa wo ha wo nyina de afri ho se bema midi kan ka kyerɛw sɛ bia wo da diabetes ndro so woda sugar ndro so a anasa woda pressure ndro so a sɛ ndro ne side effect ti ma wo ne sɛ bima wo be ma yemre o me ma sɛ mbekɔ fam ade ba ko ebedi wa kagina mu na correct sa ade ne back abra onnom ade afa we ho no eye sɛ obefa cement vital herbal mixture ene ne capsules na afen so wo de prekese powder no ede aka ho bi na no na betimi aboa ma be ma wo gina so sɛ be ma na wonim sɛ me ma de wo te ase na be ma nwu kasa we kasa nyina obi so ye ho sign we kyerɛ enti sɛ ne wo te ase a onwu enti no kope cement vital herbal mixture ene ne capsules na afen so wo de prekese powder no aka ho na wanom me ka kyerɛ wo so da bia sɛ so yo ba na akofitwe na ofichiko no ensisi so yie ekɔ ha na ba ha gina ha na gina ha e ma okra wo time a wo be wato nkosua betimi no kuna hia wa fefro enti obi o ha onya delay in awon mu delay bebre enam ne be wo sɛ yi free ni yam ne sɛ bi na wodie mu ema mu da honom sɛ ne be ya be ma ne hu nso kwa bi hia ne nkosua no na watimi afefro edro ba kwa be di wakagina mu aboa wo eye cement vital herbal mixture ene ne capsules de bia meka choso ba enyi preke no so free mu sanse preke yi eye papa eye pa ene obi ka one secret bi twere me wa humusie pen ene sa anyama ne nyina no ade ba kwa be bo ahohoro akoma ho ahohoro akra wa ho eye preke se powder eye se preke se ne de aye ye de other natural ingredient na wono no ebo ahohoro wo niema na wa ye ne nyina ema mu nipadua ne mu te kama ema mo je die fusane enti yiti ade eyi akoma ebo ntentem eyi ni subirie yi obi oho an immune system aye mre kakra no pese otehwe nyina eyi ni nyina de free ho no mo enti wayare nyina na ahwe a wohwe nyina ho de ra obo nyina anu ye ba akopɛ cement vital herbal mixture ne capsules prekese powder eno no wanu ye pɛ pebi na emwa wo bebia wo bia wo Ghana ha no obenya bia to eno enti misrew ko pebi na to 0244 71 8557 0244 718557 and 0241 604 702 0241 604 702 0500 8888 080 etu phone call repairs ventures or kan shi dry clean e won kan ha ubenya bi ato enu echi no bebia wo bia ubenya bi ato aha na bebe makwan me di we nyina besie na me sorry so no asa na ye hya ase na ye se atankoliga wa ye hyepa onja ye obeto aso eni ntenyi wa fidie ni mfi atwen ye basisia.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. Natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Hi. Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have here.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Na ade na ya obayi a oda forma so ne yafunumu emunumuni.
Oh, Mr. Entry, also yare ya titi be benfie pi nanso ne yam nyono da se me kire onu ahodo amato a me hunu hwe a ebe ya nwanwa.
Menyi ni se water ulcer tamfo Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture yanum bom kotia ulcer no bia ma no anom anka ne ho ato no dadaada ulcer dro de eno ne Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture
ankom ni nkyeremu
ulcer yekura eto yefunu ene ensunumu etumi a woyefunu ekeka wa wogire ho a enye ulcer etumi ema woye cheko ebre a wadidi awie so how eye ulcer de a kope Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture nanum bom na ho ebeto
pedudu atu a ko okanshi drug lane Kumasi Dani Herbal Takradi AA Mensa Anafre 02038228855 Apinfo abatanya woma won mofra no fo ene mofra woni mfie dumienu enka ho Hexa capsules ene ne mixture
ulcer tamfo edie age adwadie nkratoyi yi atom.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Obrabo eye adwumada eboa eyam aduane eboa eyi insa free ni peduanim na eboa woni pedua ma etena ho yie nanso wonim se niema a yedi na yenom timi ma brebo ye adwumaden sen pote
me hunda me brebo ye adwuma pa ebia sese me ntumi ye bibi boa me brebo
ani and nothing about the left hip from the Moses Clinic near Herbal Center about herbal food supplement. We see pa the barberbo ama a year juma ye.
Now, any juma.
Fatopa yenu, anopani and yumre. Na a boama berbo ye juma ye. Sani a beya, a bit me and yam a jania woody, a sissy ni pejanimo, a ye moving see.
And no, I'm a berbo here.
Ubenya Left Kid or pharmacy, herbal shops, ne supermarkets are ebeo. Sa wope duduo so etua. Fred 0244 06 8447. Left Kid, wawo brebo, wawo nipedia. Edro yi enye ma apemfo. Ema ema omomanofo. Ne mmofo a wonya mfie dumie. FDA agi dwedie krato yi atum.
Ifo kra na menyisika. Edia ye mefui.
Ehin fapa na menya bosia edi atre medwuma yimu.
Kai kra mabre mi yebusia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hyehyɛ ahodoɔ bi te sɛ dwadifo abosia, ekoko abosia, susu account, and it does all savings account. Me bada chain savings account and the akeka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Now one so what to me aka say.
Suhum Rural Bank ama ene mayeka una.
Suhum Rural Bank enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Kwaba Ediba TVS was at an power 97.9 FM. Yakova Wafon Krato, Yasan Abba, if it's Abre Copim say, you know, Siabebo, no napa once my every 9. There's a customer, do you know, 20 minutes, not just say, Yabo, a year 5 near Yako, a nim. And then former deputy national organizer of the NDC, Yenuya, a chief Bani, or no Namino, a baby Dijumedi, together. Now, Yasha Senior and some no esitie some no doso na nyame nipa nyame akoa sofo usubimpa kasa papa kasa papa nso de na nsa yonkofa no aye tight ya che se otimu se ne se mo kan nyina so no ekoyiye papa pa eniama ededa na kwa mu kama papa se nyakopon eya adoma next week nyame ya adoma next week na otwe ebese simu bi mu no wo de betu dwa de obeye next year president of Ghana nti yenyina ye twen se nyame nipa nyame akoa sofo osubimpa wo de ohobia papa so de baba betu dwa na Ghana fo nyina so aye de hu de obeye the next year president of the Republic of Ghana me amete de minim de obeye next president ama Ghana wo honhom no inim de obedi year next president bani MPP ni NDC na na beto aso nti MPP for no muti a afei na afenyo moyemu apia moyemu betu na apia na koso wati agu muso a mo be kasa saa so nkonkosi aga na say Ghanaians are descending wanza na chief ban mema na kwaba no yetie afenyo ye video ni bim na o like ana wo share o like ana wo share o like ana wo share ebedu na otwi enko na wie ne ma petition IGP any Chief Justice and Ghana Bar Association. Say baby apparently was a channel and 10 so or so fear and panic or a year or minimum. Yeti afenyo market
has no respect for his own judicial oath. I don't think he read the law. That circuit court 9 judge, I have no respect for him. For a judge to say that he's remanding Abroye into BNI custody until the case is finally determined, such a judge can never have my respect. I pray that he summons me for contempt. I will continue to disrespect him until he upholds the law. He's gone beyond his judicial function, and it is not his first. It's as if he has been selected purposely to achieve this. He doesn't talk law. I don't know whether he ever passed his law exam. It's a shame. It's a shame on the judiciary, and my Lord Bafuboni must pay attention to this. For whatever it is, it's about his legacy. I'm told by December he will be 70 and he will be gone. Is that the legacy he wants to leave after Tokonu was booted out of office and all manner of accusation leveled against Tokonu? Is that the judiciary? Yes. The judiciary, they said they were going to reset. Is that the reset where a judge will say he is remanding an accused because if he allows him to go home, if he grants him bail, he is likely to talk again.
The Mahama administration has calculated that intimidating MPP communicators and silencing its regional leadership will allow it to govern without accountability and shield its mounting incompetence from scrutiny. That calculation is profoundly wrong and it will fail. It will not work. The MPP will not be guarded, not by arrests, not by bail denial, not by BNI detention, not by any instrument of fear this government deploys. We make the following demands, and they are non-negotiable. First, Mr. Kwame Bafo-Abronye might be relieved from BNI custody immediately. His detention is constitutionally indefensible and must end today. Second, our legal team will mount full constitutional challenge to this prosecution, including challenge to the application of sections 207 and 208 of Act 29 against political speech where civil liberties are available and adequate. Third, Parliament's Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee shall, upon assumption of Parliament, be made through an application to summon the Inspector General of Police, the Director General of BNI to publicly account for every decision taken in this matter. The Chief Justice is not also above the law. Parliament will use every law under its command to summon the Chief Justice. They must all be answerable. And let the majority know this. In the effort by the minority in ensuring this is done, they should not try to stampede it. It is good for democracy, and we call on the majority to support it, because tomorrow they may be in opposition and they may need this very law to protect them. I repeat, for our friends in the majority in Parliament, I call for their cooperation, even as the minority in summons the Chief Justice, the IGP, and the Director General BNI to appear before Parliament. They should support us. They should cooperate. It is a democratic responsibility. They shouldn't, for partisan consideration, decide to stampede us with their numbers. If they do, one day, they will regret it.
They will regret what? They are not mad. She ain't see. She ain't see. Be a pepper spray, ni tear gas, the go almost so kakra, 10-15 minutes. No, my study. Say a demonstration was circle. That cheap banny was here. Nipa bakone ni a day. Any boy. At the moment you're passing here for Ghana. Oh, my break. Remember Chief Bani Akwaba, former national, a deputy national organizer of the NDC. Can you go? Mugabe. Yeah. Bibi aboko de.
Yakupo na drum na on pa bonti. Na also apo me.
Divine selection akan say. Oda na usore na ye kan ate asefo na aka ho na de aseda manya me say eye. Na dum nti na ya ye te ase.
Fa oda me bo awona ai team you abado. Na mji de team aba papa na aban they are feeling it because
kakran.
Original one na dra cherpa na Yakupo na domara. Ye tum ye move on na me follow one. I appreciate the work you are doing. Obi o hanko beka de Mugabe obi enyim there a astute journalist assign a NDC ne mapa
kese pa
anti nka obi na adwebe o ya o politics na ye no wa ban wo power anti sebi bibi kra wo ho na o de ka na oboa no tintin dem bi aba na ya nka wo de nka but I've been monitoring you and the whole team. Then you are no more what by na me hu de ofi bi to bring no bi nyina say o touch ma because you see who platform me as much as or inform and no educate. Education no and information no it cut across.
Fantastic.
You can go to ordinary Ghanaian or hwe a free obotum so wa ko obia ebia by the grace Otina Jinabi Ubia now Jinabi Ubia all ye Juma be by the appointment of the president.
Fantastic.
Other Buama Omangan and Wako name. What's one so more in your and he said, Equadona say and Dama, Sebia, Kakran, Ubia Ultra Sanity, Nichicha own. Children 1 hour teachery in a Wuguda, Obakam, Ayetum Yatina to Tunza by NDC Abra opposition. Nayakupa here, I don't know about power jail. Mujel makai tama ayi yeti program do wo muntietri na ayi jatoto no obeloke amiye anyin the voice no masam na nkofa anti prison no afa manka na wache awo na lista na akugan
na oni kodwe yebo na wasaka
very well na wache awo na lista na akugan ni nyina na echi no wambu mo abem in fact even when we go 7 years, we back and cry. The Juman crap pick it up more on the yedi good ya Jumana na Yakupo Nadum. And the Tumfuja Umude party papa Obutuma Baba former ban on ye NDC. And Timpefuna Wokoto Aban Yakupo G. Edin Tum Kasibuam. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Yakupo Yanaduma would be Sidu. Onozo Wadini Sidi on day. Ogudrari and Ejuma Ogudu Orie. Intimoga, Yerbo Abadon, na Yeshe Unkranso. The Kodra na Bombozi, na Yejuma Somono, na Umembe Caesar, Wotran for Inadi. In one camera, and Tiwon to Mumpui. Tia Bombozi, ne rera, na in Superpebi Obotobiano. At the crew animal soon be so, at Abraham and one so anum. Na amafo ombody no we jinjina do ye we nyebi so wada kofi no da koye mo koye se obi wa haso na mamekan ozo nyenda yepon abotu mu aka chem de mamekan mankan yi okay oye ukru no asem na menyo kan
obi ama wajuma na yeah
hey asema mekan one point program room will be J2.
Says your friend number 5.
Number 5.
Chibani.
Mugabe.
Oh. Well, Minimum the other shots here. I find your ho and
Mugabe made
tough friend who can
tape, yeah, boy. But you see, I'm a lawyer. In fact, masters in law.
No difference.
No. 73, according to the judges, was an issue with the the judges. It was scandalous. Name of the court into this internet was one cry. And the Bronian issue so had to do with judge calling on a judge on an issue. I even don't want to look at even assembling port the whole with the Bronian and the court, but I want to look. I'm a lawyer.
Yeah. I know,
I'm a lawyer. In fact, time I war position. So issues be out to not say members of the party. It's not even the leading members there here, no man, not the elected officers, nothing. But the general caucus will be no much which in the social media is a powerful tool.
Yes,
and think Crofuko no wako can one answer. Now, you people like Honorable Afenyo Markin, other lawyers, Sankuma, and Co, very well, other side and Emma, consistently they kept on saying there, if you have issues in Sebi or you na oche drink rana, go to the court. Don't go and stand in the media na and call out judges and all that. If I may research be na me is it a publication be October 2023 na Honorable Afenyo Markins Nankasa Kasebia Ofide Ubiaka and you know all call on the NDC there. Them issues na judges here, Juma we are obejina public na waka na what try what drag them into it no but wa ma Ghana instability no when ya problems. And yen share only advice. Exactly. If you go there, just type this October 23rd, 2024. Now I find it a bit challenging there. Yesterday, Obi ni position when somebody was talking against issues, another and there may be a the judges and another will be otuna na mononyen, not a condemning. Another a call on it, crado botum. This can equally cause that because you see, you want crophobia wa kodam court 9. Na when you want wasn't one asam alcohol, will be wait there asamna Etienne, will be how wait man. This group in your happy, the other group in your happy. If we have a minority leader, or say about 2 or 3 term parliamentary, officer or white in parliament 3 times and or sign lawyer on the lawyer minority or your lawyer why the law you might at least have on your crowd maybe a 15 years record at the bar or a penny or mresem enti se kasa de no obotogwa Oma sebi because one what's the lawyer no judge crowd who there who law school are okay na chere ye tum ye fo bi mo ye judge or meima One colos and law ninya papa. Na ye pian ye dako. It's a cause for warrior. Ordinary Ghanaian will be worried and be thinking that if there is any merit in Assam Norikana, naturally was selected judges keke crowd man. I think sunu calling on a judge then ka hope do benya contempt na wa bananyim sebi lawyer phone one bro for worker. I put it to you now, my lord, no fine go see. So we court na se we di one command. Ye nyimde or ye one jurisdiction. In fact, when edumana we suan na we di one command.
Sir John no your lawyer.
Sir John no a lawyer. Who if he was Supreme Court? On Samuel. Yeah. And now I'm thinking there, I mean, yes. Party watching if he be information be and then if he do them be on your day. As a lawyer, no, what do you think? No, we lawyer, no, a judge, no. As a law friend to the case in I think the lawyers walk a quarter or 2 more. Sorry, assembly here or the nanu to my judge no say. Nanka or Casabia or Cana or that judge. You best on the 1 Ghana penny.
Well, will be because you're causing panic.
Yes, it is because I mean, Marco Honoway the case. I'm not case in your papa. Na wo bui was a mam there mina masem yede and now Mugabe na wo bui tiawa damadi ni status o ma we hwa wadwen be yo de ana judge no oye kululu adwuma bi no oye
atama make an answer the meantime Obama said nipa na akọ take action be against nipa na we bu asamna man and we outside though and then pinten kada record or ye fear na panic na no because I mean how ye nya asem judge aka na ye fi court ya ba fie na se ye ba beye ne ho trouble wo fear ordinary people now once wo asem na on court what happens to them they will take it into their own hands na once wo aye mo wo pede wo ye na afi omano or konichiti mesra ho sebi ai BNI ho na wo ja branya code oye den this na what the man and the many basso
and kwakwanyi do mo nyino
oh 80 men's and senior man for me so rest in peace in one year wada
chachuchi kata ni
na Mugabe politics and maji breed them a better way free do na maka say e kra ofie de ka politics na na me your friend e me ba pen me so on be hwedwuma be simoti enti no otaso orite politics na ye kra na abo ho amane de kasa na ehwe na say daddy you did very well no botum so why daddy you are gone to somewhere entino edwuma no one side who shemu de ka ho se bi ho kra asem no muga we twa to do na wa ba fawo o de damagichi another nebie no de damande bie ni so na enye opportunity no ebe gina mra n'anyim na asem bi wo ho anaka manka party nyi bi fusoje bi mount platform na onkeka dem nsemi na campaignifu na wo such as a minority leader or sanye lawyer ehwo wo mra na ho wo betin nsem n'anyim de manyimpa ne kan no onam don timbra senti na yimpa ne kadam to osre de won fanche na nka Ghana fo ye da che na emusi anyendam na ehia kasankasa no momo anyim mra na ehia yedi mu akoten no so yedi enyim muga near the Casa Day or Ottawa, or Noble Mobi or teacher, waka the dam Casa. We say, I should be on Quama Fenua, dinner, a month for very respected and judges. Would I be saying, court 9 judge in a day, according to a lawyer, majority leader, Fenua Marcus, publicly, minority leader, no, publicly, no, what can they judge in a day? On Jindy Day, on who law school crockway, or NDC judge, and no fine could see him. And you know, say, judiciary no, when NDC judge woman, or do Magana for who there, ye when NDC for judge wo, and ye when MPP for judge wo. Now, so when ye NDC for judge and when ye MPP for judge is a matter of concern. All the judiciary will make sure they will be clean up the matter because any ordinary person be today me now.
Well, someone say a contempt. Yeah. Ye call court no. You could you to me say. Omo ye ma me ne papa mo yes te se ye kasa na nko ye
opacho kra
mpacho batuma anya den o ma ya ma me be se uti abronya de na
asemo kan
ye ti abronya de ma de nti ade we nyina ba ye
wo ye political judge eno ntina da bia no ye nya case ya ye de kwa denta ho judge na wa denta circuit court won o ye political judge mon calculate cases here nan say adenta ho police for ya nobody kwa adenta circuit court negotiating ben na Ghana police service any adenta circuit court no or your political judge na wo adenta no your political judge oni abana ye negotiation ay intimidation court and my establish e wo adenta ho intimidation court enya court wa a deliver justice and your court where you fair because Ghana police service and the judge our negotiation and in a case be young fan denta circuit court or your political judge. But more musrasa mbakachira media count me out. But more musrasa mbakachira say we a political judge media count me out. But you can't do foco. Nana nyina yahu we a political judge ya emra bi beba atake 146 ni be ya adwuma because wonye political judge ne forever wonye political because promise akoso agreement akoso promotion agreement ayadai akoso ntu ye political judge and intra case be adenta circuit court every case adenta circuit court or a political judge. na political police for no de ko Duncan Williams awuradam no wasonnum na osa na on the wo afura wa wi nsama na fudi nanim robra urobo nkrofo nyina wie ya wo se wasakra sasika na nso odi na mudi Duncan William no machia a wo mo na se so mo ya asofo a obi anim se odi kan kwa robre edi tuo edi nkrofo sika nyina ose sasika ni twa wati asori wodi mu sika nyina ose eswa afedo odi awura politics mu who born dog Duncan William who are you wo ya wo to o se Nyankopon nim wo teme ma bronye wo Duncan Williams wo yi na wo kra Nyankopon asakra wo Duncan Williams wo se nyame asakra na me ntwintu onkum nipa da me nkɔ urobreda me na Nyankopon sakra me wo Duncan Williams wo se Nyankopon wo sra wo so wo da wo hu bibi wo Duncan Williams wo so ya sofo teme ma bronye ametia wo yi because of say me ni consa voice how good father I command because of say me mo san kwase ampaye nti me no me de nyame ni me because wo de otim bia ohinem.
That judge has no respect for his own judicial oath. I don't think he read the law. That circuit court 9 judge, I have no respect for him. For a judge to say that he's remanding Abroye into BMI custody until the case is finally determined, such a judge can never have my respect. I pray that he summons me for contempt.
Information I may pick up from the angels say omope afenyo ache no na wadwane
in fact
no wadwane we need gun as we speak. Information I pick it say wadwane o kan we ya no wa fro plane ko na oba ya airport wa e be pick wo ha no answer questions. Information I may pick it say ano no say wadwane we need gun afenyo adwane we need gun as we speak wadwane at we be obeko bia wo bedu a airport wa e be pick wo. Information I may pick it from reliable source. HSA afenyo adwane. Yes,
you know,
we need Ghana as we speak. We're done.
You know, I'm a bit troubled. Hey, because if you're lying now, bro, you're the coin now. Also, when you police for a set, Juma, and judging on you police for a set.
No evidence.
And a police for when you want to
political police for.
Or a political judge.
No, we must say political police for.
And you have the leader also saying NDC, you know, or a judge, no, NDC, Juma. Wonder there. Because a judge ought to read the law, no deal Ghana for one, no a problem.
It's serious.
Obinya assembly bahana dam judge not
it's scandalous.
Mitchell, yeah, judge and so no that one yet to sure about
the name of the whole judiciary into this dispute.
But you see, and some
was scandalize the court.
In fact, tape we am here, but you know, I think Mugabe, we have to speak to ourselves.
Very well.
This is not politics.
They are inciting.
No, this is
they are
not
creating
politics.
fear and panic. They are inciting.
Yes. This is not politics at all. To the extent there, say court na yet twist man, we don't mind. Say chapel na yet twist man, we don't mind.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Now, if I say that,
them.
Mugabe, let me tell you something. We sat on the bench when the New Patriotic Party was in government, and we complained about it. We couldn't. You can't. You cannot talk like this. Now,
Haruna Idris Moye minority leader ne aye what they saying
no, that never. You see, na Ghana for to abada ma he. Now them right Juma or the institutions ni Juma or they correct.
Week.
And you know, me to ma metina, me to metina ha. Now Mugabe awama Juma da una host. Ma try the metro the hosting day obey hosting day. But me to ma kai o dey host o. Where Juma in there or there tintin and dan here ya ba betina. Na bibi kodchwa ayeni enti ye best ready look I mean yema sanity bimbra system num kakra na dem kasa otide na adi nyina duntwa sabi se MPP baba power ono chere directly ma ko gina ho ma attack obi ma tire sofu panyin otide na judge otine go ma attack police sanyi oti ho no it's too even early for the men yokodo because the men yokodo to the end of the year and san you go third year and san you go political season na the end do political season ni
must stop you
odipotum osor no kasa de
you must stop you
of course or them run ye adwuma
say mrana di
or them run adwuma just to make sure muntie no the Africa sa obey won was the krumun onye there after president
that's what
I'm saying. Kasa in there was a kasa na wakano, a one position in there, kasa no moi or one man into one phone konu suade. Obianka one phone kuku. It is Obia kasa no more. Not this year be woman, and show them manipa no suada martin. Messi Mobea if you honor say puya. Them kasa out today. In fa one no fan kept.
You also consume
Mugabe.
Very well.
I'm there. Medin sama ogu me pondo ni nyina boaja. Mugabe who programming crofusha pa
whole Ghana
grassroots for worship and your friend executive selection
obiati
constituency to the region to the national moye nyije kra nyende sadajiri wo hodo obi obi TV or presidency kra obete TV XYZ Mugabe tidro eyewu inside politics.
Fantastic.
Because wo pede wo hu nsema or kodu wo fom obotum wa guide home wako muga in the bana me bahade no me bada me ba be mo hu kakaifo me da ma NDC amanyoku no enna ehwana wenya opportunity was serve government because NDC win in political power. Underline that and say my message will serve government because NDC will win the political power in our form of government. Party no si hon kaseda man. Mugajumo si party ne nyo do ayin do obey boaboa ne do man no agada nyimpa dodo na muga party na tena ho no the policies aba yeda kokra tem ya friend manifesto. Na party na kwa pro na onye Ghana fo di dem nkomon Emma Ghana fu wetei ye manifesto ni mu nsensem na so to hona komanda wa to about that man Mugabe President John Dramani Mahama ne ayiya oye election ya winning Mugabe onye John Dramani Mahama na nkote na oye campaign wo Ghana hina na to ababa
exactly
in fact system is such that President John Dramani Mahama na before botu na mo efi Accra na we kodu Savannah na nkasa ne region and there is a communique party man wetu to anamon waye juma at the constituency level headed by the constituency chairman and on the executives nyina wa bo ho branch chairman fu nyina amane na branch chairman fu su nyina wa bo ho secretary down to the last person inti candidate na nkasa bedu kromon na chede nyimpa epui NDC fu nankasa abo ikromafu no ho nyina mane enwa we NDC fu wa aba enwa wonye NDC fu so wa aba oho na president onya oye flag bearer and the president onya opportunity no de ne kasa ni nyina odi tugwa Ghana fu wote na wose susu ampa asema papa eken ne ehwe amamu den na MPP no wa ba me no rubu na dem amamu no mwa enti dem mu asema papa na kan ye bajatum Nanka kra mreno so ya to abane ye dama NDC. Muga they told us ye consistently ye say chiri ye bisay. Muga nkrofu pi si hensu ye chiri ye bisay after party ye nejuman and our individuals be not because you need to double check to be sure that ejuman ye yen or the results babana. Yankopon to super good. Menyoka say in the NDC amanyokunu onyo opposition or abem. NDC amanyokunu wa pao empanyifo a wo hwe mensi wo Ghana hina potoka sem was they are representative of the president Mugabe in the conversation nyina me limit even do appointment or ye kase or mensi Obama hona wo hwe dem friend Njuman ketenkete wo Ghana hina no CEOs na that's not what we are talking about and the focus on or there. Mason, cratchiful. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wa pa hon a won nyina wa report was my local government minister oye menua pen Ahmed ono no hweda mesi ne nyina ando Mugabe send this party headquarters obi wa so XYZ na se wote a onfo so ho fast non-prompt general secretary non-prompt national organizer there mesre ho a mepede wote nkomoi na sebi se hu na mekan wo fa babi wom na wodi adwuma now ehwe system ni mu nyina be hu na wo sende na video bi nam ha national chairman oye thank you to national chairman oye thank you to no oye after election no thank you no re anoye that not now after election na ye thank nkrofo na kasa so no government no sorry adwuma government no adwuma no oye onye samafo no oye nyimpa na nyimpa no so nye PPP fo ana CPP fo oye ndisi fo na we binumu wenya okane favor no na wa point ho na another dom no na ho what ho a wori adwuma enti iko government ni mu so a ebehu members wo government ni mu na wonye obiara but oye ndisi fo Mugabe president untum ye octopus na the whole Ghana district nyinara ontum on kwatsena hodori ye adwuma nyina enti na oyi president representative wo ye chief executive sir ehun na wo represent the president every district municipal Mugabe na amenyo kase the grassroots will complain na nkrofo sora na wo bo president
because as former
deputy national organizer
so baby man
ono ye to fridge masa e be kan asem later
ti be shia ho
definitely erukobia
because e be shia ho so when we get to the bridge
who cross
fantastic carry on
oh yeah
ayekeka
Mugabe
chief
there is total disconnect between Ewana President Mahama Wamahu Adjuma who representing government at the local level.
I see hono.
And a party no. Mugabe, weekend menam kakra last week menam kakra. The other one menenamu kakra. Manam Ashanti region, Manam Western region, Manam Central region, Manam Greater Accra region, Manam Eastern Kakra. May pick may pick information in my way may see my able to ye do maybe obobo say party say government. Me tum can show them I told the whole Ghana.
Maybe so boy.
Memo very well. Me go do the carba. Memo examples.
Oh yeah.
In the town I'm no. There are places ye koye adwuma ye party adwuma. For when a DC or hon. What turns out the friend there? Rep if you national board, you share party or you obey Juma. This is no Beje Guan or Tipat or Ottoman Champe. And a Juma auditing a ye and a branch of Juma in a DC or can who be near.
Boy, you might say,
Menyo be more whisper, Bibi Mam or Honda, oh, na Michelle, I'm a testing Crawford. How is it related to Obiso DC or yeah? But the truth of the matter in there, in your nipping am on Piawasem. Nemo, Yama Nipa Piawasem Tine. Nemo adwuma na ebe ye mo be kan yimpa na ma yimpa 10 wo say wa enya 9 ma won so wa ka papa fa ho na ye da balance
me wo DC ba ko and MC ba ko a metumi tu chae den ama wo mo etiwa west eye honorable eye amo chairman
yeah chairman he was a chairman
yes and yeah me friend chairman
yeah chairman
wo ye adwuma papa wo etiwa west wo kwa ben ne mpatam na wo ban sanwama do agire that young man Selom.
Okay.
Oh, too much. Kwasi ada nyina church na branch na nam.
Hwe. Mehu da maji moye manije. Na me bisa chairman the chairman. Na wo na nkrofo this you only want to also only yet to find. Dwumadi bia abekọ so kra na se fa ayada world ba be ya madom na obisa hia adwen na hia so ya kire hia adwen na me se better. Obisa wona adwen another kobi so bi na adwen na oche wa adwen Mugabe onu nche de wedwuma na wode ma on afa adwuma nda ama nyimpa ne dem nyimpa ne ye adwuma the same way na mesa catch there mko baby su koye adwuma me wie no na me the constituency executives no dey yen ko because me pere mu this is chief executive na me mo hu dem asa onye de sorry na be this chief executive party na wa ba bem na ya ba me fin kraba
Exactly.
And me babu hu na ma catch all the day na ye di e ho
because you've been there before.
Or friend party chairman man hu no menye eyiriba o benyifu yiriba. Boga ye du ho na this in this sign in office obi shine one down. Na me say me feed the party no obi share here no dey afo so. O share here no dey kasa ho no say end later. Mankasa because na party executive.
Momo to na ye dey to. The chairman ye na dey to.
Oh chairman no ye thank you to.
Oh, cause you are not part of that.
No.
Also ye there.
I mean me ko ye of friend groundswork.
Okay.
It's
as former deputy national organizer
and a strong party member. I miss our interest to make sure the party no go him. On chair party by elections.
Fantastic.
Na party by elections na former deputy national organizer. Me ko election crown man pick intelligence. Na me former no na say
it just used to be any
party no be amfro bi ansa na be you. Wala wo drop pen e ko ye party. It is a God experience net account who I regard and ye amadachi bi mofrano ba na usuru to far we who indeed who experience no a rich.
Exactly.
Mugabe another a chairman na sem na menyo kan yo. Ye tu kan ye ko na chairman constituency chairman say boss say we hu. Uba ye na nka ode ye tena phone. So ya tena phone na msinya abotel. Ebi anamuso mo doso dodo. Entina wama yankosro hon. Enti wonya abotel. Now me try the mayor further inquiry. Mugabe for not to change. That is one region. Another region me too say me go constituency chairman no cry ne shirt or shena ne batman wa batman with the chairman bread. And then bisa chairman then a chairman then he have power na region hode. Also enye nsem nyina na yeka na me se nye nsem nyina na yeka ko disi ho na enye disi nkodi nkomo na hwe kwan obefada ubotu mu aye adwuma mu da empower a friend a party no na mu enye bi so mu da aye oman ni ekro ni nyina ma oman ye o se me ne kan sem bia onte, which gives you a clear indication there are people who why wadwene wo betey and there are other people so why wadwene wo nte, but asem ne tintin nyina na ntiti anye de se obetey so nte. Mugabe nne ye fa we free do na yede afutu kakra oya afutu obia obetey na supreme no de baye adwuma no oboboa se yipa no so otey no feed ono de wabra afutu nti on fa anya adwuma ono de obotum waye moye ba me pede me assured nde obia wa pa no bia oye adwuma bia o mampanyi na party no wo hwe party no ho na wo hwe nyimpa dodo no wo ho na nsama mo aka chenkrofon wo mu various districts na wo de ma appointment na wo de ma ho. Mugabe say a chief executive officer kind of who there a represent the president or district or but party need it. Menyoka say party no so wotir all ye juma enti warankasa representation na ye my president o project ye nyina other party no wo no obode wuru man crofot say true or false. Na be your project na onyim wo hwe. Because I mean why am DC, I mean why am MMDC, I mean why am whoever, mayor. And ti masama meken bi anon no do way adwuma na hona woka ho no won to chen o di mpapemu o de ba. Mugabe mpapemu no baba no obama bankers ni na adwuma o ye won krahan. By the time abane be bon ho bozo be ye na adwuma nyina wie na ye baka de ye ko round na ye akobode wuru no. Mugabe ko loka ho na kasa obi ante. They will not listen to you because in one kasa hon wohun clear there. Party no hon on na bani ni anemsi there is a total disconnect one ka.
Between chairman and AB and the DC chairman and DC.
Yes.
The executives or any DC.
Some of the executives you know why you want join there.
Me contest it.
What about this type of DC in only a different matter.
And also okay. I like that.
Oh, why? Honestly, some of them are even performing very well. A Grofusu wash a down way, then why and the Maditi. Now, the Madi on your Flagstaff house, no be.
I don't say most of the DCs in a year, off on Bibrina, so person contested as an MP.
Sir,
it's also on a part in the moment.
A DC
in
MC. Now it was MP. Na MP no parliament. Now DC na ba mo adwuma no. E pere contest DC na. So evidence ni e clear o party ni ma. Or then immediately them DC no wo yi ne fi
bebre yo money o mo MPs no
immediately o de wo yi ne fi ho no wo nya obi on hwehwe MP e be ko di MP a JDC
less than 1
na ko ye wo MP adwuma
yes
o simple you see ya nya careful na mo ga ye mia ye nyini anka no ko afa nkyere ye ho a aban bai obi wo ho anala ayezumpo oka odinanyim sie no oka but onam de ONDC nya yenyim brebi a obi abre ema ono so wa contributing in them you can say what baby na wo kotra baby na wadwen ode awu didi na wi a party na ko opposition wo wunda ma eri ye no hon party na bra na Mugabe ye party banet in China say brebi na party ne ba what do you have to do
when you're happy?
You have to draw the attention of that person. Say and draw you pan attention na ye genius ye president o waso national security wo waso but onye nsem ni nyina po no wo beti. Ena menyu ka say many constituencies ebe ko hon this in all ba ono na bodyguard party fundi nechi. Na chairman wa hin chairman de okachem do ye na secretary wa hin secretary wa ye na organizer wa hin assembly adwuma na me hey
it's a question
na anya adwuma na anya power na assembly ne fa hin kwotena ho say anya adwuma no NDC party no wa anya adwuma no na se tumu na ma awu hwana na obefo akwotena assembly moye ya onye dey before these people were selected no. Some of them, when you want constituency executives, in one, when you want bank crime, when you want recall, now be a who constituency na sundry womb.
A position in VP.
Onya ye DC, a woman car or dem ape, and there was a political suit up and down. Think half an hour party, when you be no. Boss, that cannot work. Menkade, moving ye DC, Nana Brabons, Iye DC na say by the virtue of the fact that one more DC in or there that car ma or there was a car no more net him. Or there the bungalow ma or there was the bungalow no more net him.
To me ejuma.
To me ejuma nemo ejuma no one could say to me. In fact, development now was about district on who are you giving it to? Is it not the people? Now the people now our district no majority of the people now want more power and where one. Why don't you do consultation? Why don't you engage your people? Why they won't make sure they do one obey and obey and fasuda mobiara? Miss Mobay as a party or sword or kakanasama, Muga, Oko no Kasaya no be it.
Na me share last week Honorable Kwame Abuja Gavins.
Yes, Roots Minister.
Say Oko district.
Yes.
Oko region.
Yoko region. No, on any team region team na leading.
The areas now on your MC4.
Yes.
Your DC4.
Yes.
Your regional minister.
Yes.
To Majumani.
That is why he said there. Eti de obi accusing there. Eti de obi accusing there no convoy no doso.
Enti kwanya de.
E na okache honde so do district one na nkrofuni na so we de na nka ne papa mu.
Komo na behwe am ye adwuma.
Obedu hon na one information no krada hadwe. Ono kwa ze fatu ho. Na Mugabe misrewala boa. O platform mi or your platform kese. I refi wo nyipa no ati yesu ma refi. Minimum bi pa huni shoe a no shena. And the shoe papa ojina do nti frano kronte. But you see, ye boa ma she shoe papa na ye freda also boa mo bi so a she shoe papa.
Said wa potama na finu chiri se odi.
One some no nyimpa na wode ye.
Exactly. Say politics ye ni.
I have sat down na masha na me say kwa na wakasa na grofun sa bye ye nwhwa bye ye sebi pede president ma mo fi Jubilee House.
There be that.
No ba wo district ono be che kwan be ye adwuma.
Chief of staff obetimi akobe bia.
Chief of staff no fi district ono no bra no be che.
Oh no.
Meanwhile no ko interview no obi sa on ka brofo we say che grofun panel no. How you are going to work and put everybody together. And now what point to work is our yoga. Ma sembi obi abaka bienti. Now the truth of the matter in there, headquarters won't cry. Seat of government won't cry. Say nyo bi na wentu anamono amameka. And now they be in Suhoma Yantibia. Who knows what is happening there? That is why I'm calling on the party.
And sometimes
General Secretary no national organizer. Chairman, thank you, Tono.
I said, Juma, we no.
Once also want to sit from now on, party, no engage the stakeholder, engage the party executives and the MMDCs. Call them in a room.
Organizer no way.
National organizer. He should be there.
I'm so away.
But I think he should be there. Or at American answer. They should call them, go around and get them. General Secretary, National Organizer. Before National Organizer, Legman, General Secretary in Kahu, go to the constituencies. Call the people at the constituency level and put them together because what is happening? Obama a problem later. The man confused should sit down. I have a few program in another program. America. Another program. America. Michelle President will be a Makachen. Obiara muni biara or matebia. I will tell them.
Now the American
because you know why? Say and tell them they will send you and I tomorrow again.
Yes.
They do money more heads you. It's a movie so na monko buafo money. Na ye kofo money e frobi obi enfi. They should ask people questions about the branch registration and crofo a new one. They should go there, ask them questions and get the feedback from the people. And appreciate it there. Grassroots no. They don't need to go and put money in their pocket. But they need the their acknowledgement. Now why you chief executive? And you'll be a contokwa. I also want chief executive or the constituency in party when we go there, we'll hear all this. My party is wrong and they are putting right. Or chief executive name in a party name. In your party chairman on chair, one my chief executive human got run up and pay daddy one work together. The same way in a party name and Eduma chief executive Nusru Yenejuma party in Bakanasam. Party penny for a woman in pan opportunity. Very well. No be at na one yaka. Chief we on level. Party chairman and Ipeyifusu we on level. The reason being that if these people come together on a little happenings, no but to trickle down and will be our branch in Wenyibi. Now say them people when you together now one yard the core and then a yaba. Chairman Rikoyi, this is namni baby. No. I mean me to way say me a program. Now say present Okada Obama program Libya. Mary a whole nyim fans amenya. Area who no be able to understand capacity. Very well, that's the word. President Abamu program. How do me neighbor the same way now some to be with Granasi Ho.
President to an amoba me pay.
Yes.
Chief of staff by.
Yes.
The late Limona by.
After Wolfie who fans of room one cosra.
Hey, capacity. It been see that. ABC Neda Soda.
In the Kokroma. One kasa usuya no kra na enwiwe no bi bia abaka.
Nabo calling Zado.
Because the people see the whole Sana Mugabe very well.
General na Nyamfo Johnson said nkete na ko outside na yere ye den.
My brother. Mugabe, you see please. Let's stop these things. Ya when ye
Dr. Kalusus by.
Yet it's don't worry. It will be well next week. Oh, don't worry. It will be well.
No.
By the time obey well, no full moon problem. MMDC is no. Say represent the president. Ono chair the president na probo boy no. Promise no the man microphone no. And some then no kind of microphone would say no. I'm talking as an organizer of the party, deputy organizer. President ba constituency. President on information fi akra. At the constituency level, at the regional level, no. One will provide the president with the information na yede microphone here koye ma one obobo ahụ. President abaram. Mo amakasa mo amansem. The me na wa aka che microphone aja to mo ato about am. President we do won yambo. Wa bet na kra wa sa pa onyipa de. Awu kona court na wo district na no. Na ko hwe na nyi party no, wonye djuma na won hwe o man district ni nginara mo bia no honton. A court district in Muneko started Juma. First 6 months, he said, in the Aunyoga, you are the president of the land at the district. And you security for them. The whole week, we will have consultancy meetings away this year on Kobe. Hey, Dabi, the party should give a fair directive there. It is stopping from today. Every month, in the this chief executive, you have to go. Because information no one. Party funo ba catchro. The day the make create then work the maha then work into a project reba. Who baby more se fata.
President by obi
the project no ko.
your opposition president be can say
what is this? Is this difficult?
Na
is this difficult?
My chief did now from Momfa because me phone for president mama offer. Me phone for Dr. Kalusus offer. Me phone for Onmunyamfo Jilo Zebra offer. Nana we ye efa. Me Fred Johnson esi dunkete national chairman offer. Me Fred enua akamba former organizer offer. Me Fred wa offer. I didn't know more ase ho no. Enu ye yeni o man na nekoba ye free o man.
What's the why busy?
O man ye busy.
No. Yo. Why busy?
Any a hand time.
Oh no. I Kwame Plus new constituency wa friend 1 year busy. Na chere crofunu ye adwuma yen.
Amoku adwuma.
Enti sa ye busy a. Na u busy no yen de phone no na ntum mfa wo. Na mu aye busy de ye adwuma na party ni sori ye no de bo amuga. Mesre meka u programming oko regions. Oko constituencies. Mugabe me party.
Some MC so enjoy show ni nyamishira papa.
Medanase. And pay me a post to Facebook. Obi betro ase there. Tom C. Wo be my call I by les Kumewu
Ashanti region.
Na olubo adwuma. Asama me de man yimpa nde me Tom C nkase. Ba onyam nwanwa. Because Tom C, or a guy man, he understands the language of the people on the ground. You cannot understand. Everybody. In fact, it is the language of the people who know the enforcer. And in this then it's a problem. The people are one appointment at the various district level. No, one ways and means. Governance. Work or direct to the people by having a way of engaging the people with the party executives for the people to know they can have forums, they can have so many things to do.
Say, oh, Kasano, messages are started about TDB or say, I'm really impressed with Chief submission because we, the grassroots, are really feeling the pain. Please come to Tepa and see. Please let him visit Tepa one of these days. Can I get his number?
Natepa is a friend, I see you do. So direct to him.
Yes. So
Adibia na Origen
MC
no, obi the message here about
disconnection.
That's what I'm saying. I know him very well. I know him very well. I will call him personally.
Fantastic.
He's a personal brother. He should change the style. Patrick, and make sure the obey them are better. The party must stand tall. Because the party we cannot afford the obey. Look, third year no last one no political year. Na yendu third year cry has obi parliament. We general parliament do asem or to go in our politics not take you because of peden crofo no adwin on there and this aban no by no crunch that nya te papa bia na de tanya dam no oye game na game plan ya wo bon wa cry na wona wo form a woda pole no mo do watch ball obi adaya ball no ba bia pe bia suli ya onkwa wona no ba form no aba be correct. Now how many days months period in his bed damn correction.
You are having a great discussion this afternoon. Mugabe, I'm enjoying the show.
What is this?
Patrick Ndego, who's on Otonyoma, NDC. Capacity man, Chief is telling the truth. Chief is telling the truth. On also media, what they about no. When so or say, continue your good works. Ghana is proud of you, Mugabe. I'm enjoying the show. Chief is on fire.
Mugabe, I'm pleading with the party hierarchy. I beg them.
Fantastic.
I know that they may have their own challenges. Whatever the challenges are, we are begging them. Whatever the challenges are, we are begging them. One fan two na misread to 1 year plan be quickly. One fan my one chim. Wotumo afraid they are experienced people, former executives like us. They are people who are there. They are not directly working in government. They were a day into a free. Wotumo put a team together. Now every constituency. The constituency executives and the DC, they must sit down. What are the issues going on? How is your working relationship? What can we do together? Some places you go, there is nothing. Where there are issues, we sit down. In fact, there are issues. Obi creating him there. Or your DC, you know, although pay homage. Not the man who constituency executives. Now, or your programmer, although you want kasa party meeting, although committee nibi. No, and then my party ni pedo ye. Party ni betu me raise issue be wrong. Because where you sit, information you want, party don't have it. It's why you're wrong. Now catch on the no. Yes, you're quiet by this side. But this is the challenge. It's yen to me yen them.
The sector minister also has a role to play.
That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But I want to send a message to the party. And those who have ears who are listening, when they deduce and they think there is a message to send to the minister, is their level. I know my level. My level is the party level. I have gone to 1 or 2 or 3 regions, including my own region. I was in my region last weekend. Can you imagine that? There is a funeral party in ne mami ne yi ayako. Yeah? Mako ho party fupi aba ho yen na ye ko support mo ayefe. MC na kade ayi friend igwe ye kro no na party chairman so si igwe nye kro. It gives you an information that no MC na party chairman na ho na asem ye different. Osuma MC reka osuma party chairman reka ohia ya ye keka entimetre ma u wefri onye adibia nye de ma betra hana makasa na ayende oye kasa na bi normal chief wewi oko
we say kwa 10 PS okasa ya
chief ukusi prayer na hu de
so high power and TVS was it.
Now if I want to speak to NDC, where do I go?
Number 1 here.
I remember Power FM.
Mugabe shows.
Atankuli Babiga.
The capacity man.
God damn. All them bana menyu bakasa. Na menyu kasa wia.
Aso abofo no so tie.
Aso abofo no so push.
Wisdom.
Menyu akase Majimir. Na menyu nyu akobna so etinkomo.
Kwabna
ebe.
Bobiansa.
Thank you.
Commander Boham.
The Boham himself.
Last week he
menyu kasa na menyu Boham kasa. Nadam kasa ne nufoma. Na chere asama bagana.
Asamasi.
Because aheya ne kan samon.
Se be bia chechira abo ano.
Ye freedom de won be yedwuma no. Ye nkonko ye demonstration wo Ghana then. Aye man betra we free do ye ma Ghana fonte.
Ye ne aso ne be kwakwa.
Na mo ya na se party na ba power. Na nyankopon na dom party no so ba power no wanka de ye kwa kofa Jamaica fo na Indonesia fo na mo ya pa Ghana fo na de won tena ho no won hwe mensin ne do na ya ko mensin ni mu ne ehu problem o na ya kan anotum ne akoda eh Mugabe
esi wanka sa wuti ho
NDC government no o ye 30 years o
we dey say so yi
only ye 30 years entinu ende ma
afenyo mo bebre o
ende government mo riye sa u Mugabe ina tena ayi aha and a government na mo adwuma dey ye support wa ma adwuma na ye na ye nie iye adwuma no nye so ye bobo wetira ma wale bonu de koje adwuma no mesi mo be ya nzama ni be ye ma awo time iye adwuma no ye ya we boy kwan na sa awo china ifi wa kojo mensa so wedum nya kwan no aye de wa ba be ye adwuma ni bi ne ye de ba mo no wa dwuna ye de wo na wo fe awon kuti na se bi president mama abodi nti hu na ye nyipa si obia
bida
enti edwuma na wada ma won mo da ye ne nya ye hye wa horoba ye nka sentiaw na mo wadwuma na ye ye bodomu suko ni ye hu adwuma ni mu asam na ya asa ka kyew ye ka kyew na nta ye baba ba SYZ
hade obi
ati ya baka mo obi ati bi
se so pese o kasa kire nyame o kasa kire mfrema
asam 9
to pese o kasa kire ndi se mane Ghana
asam 9 so be a grassroots member no ose owo constituency na dem asem ya mike ohun de chairman bi ho trouble MMDC and MMDC bi also trouble chairman and executive sir on for message in brand
chief ame into ada kana fe yensan into aso model a automobile and construction consult so me kan say ba Chinese use cars ya omo ho e ba F movers like tipper trucks and excavators ya omo ebom homodin ye papa construction machines any general goods other services be to say warehousing Chinese business visa acquisition ni nyina no wo de kodan model automobile and construction consultant omo bebo yi omo ye adwuma adwada kosi efiada no pa no nkron kosi anwumre nunum edwo na edamemenda omoba eye anopa nundu ekosi awia eye no mienu obetimi afro omo ewo 0257 280656 0257 280656 na asa obehwe machira kwan ewo tema akosombo kwantempon no so omo ewo right after before a year hot oven bakery ya omo ns a year chemist building obetimi enu omo akasa na omo timi ahwe na bibia so etimi akonkan ediama power specialist about hospital ya mami edu ya na every wasebra eba hepatitis B C ene ne keka ho nyina kona wo anodo ye papa A B C D yi ni nyina no ni nyina akọ a obete ne te ediama eye fatty liver eye sciatica wachi no eba form na twem ana se eye prostate menua bema prostate na hawa tutumirika wo mpe no emu ayemre bia bu tutumirika fa kopa specialist about hospital ma me adu ya obehwewo say also na hawo da bi no wo yiem na untumi na aduane to yema na asema ba component si minim fibroid ama esia wo no ho kwan tutumirika ko yema me adu ya ho power specialist about hospital de kira kwan wo Kumasi fi yase Lake Bosom twe continency aputu oja kwan so one Jezbo filling station no ene di nhwe ni mu nkran so kwa benya pokwasi ACP kwantempon so takrade wo Anaje Estate oben Anaje MA Primary School no fe ma me na one ntwetwe nkoma ye ma me adu ya 0244 544422 0244 544422 S natural mineral water ensuo no enie wura me kom so bia mo Ghana ha ubenya bia to ye nua ba eye Akwele Millispab birthday insu a yedebedia eye nyame aduma 24 for birthday ni gina su ha ene imaja mabeba yenua ba eye maame na atwe onso beba ene oboshi omunyina obi atwatua ye di birthday na ma birthday na ewusu a capacity eye producer na just Kevin Asante de Bugunatu Suman wono last year udini birthday no holidays no ko no South Africa afidi minim baby obeko na nyama ekoso uba insui dodo bia opebia no uba yadwuma mu ha obenya bi 37 Abebese Street ewo su heya mekom shop bia mu benya bi oboshi shop onso obenya bi ato ewo ho na yesa de Escola asaba be peso ya chese water S natural mineral water no na water Escola for 0596273546 0596273546 mo amu se o TV so a na mo ahu se ni pane TV so na wo se frɛ no mintimi nyae kasa na me kasa o TV so me fa o call e ma ne nye yesrɛ mo sa suba ne nye suba ya eboa eye broadcasting yesrɛ mo bebre wo se ni pane kasa o TV so at the same time o frɛ ni pane kwan be ni obegyae kasa no aba beti o call ya mesrɛ mo e mo ye dwumadie no with all due respect na mo de ni die sefata e de amaye ni akoyenim nti S natural mineral water no kupebi e betumi aboawo na wonuma etumi amenipadua na gina ne naso yi S natural mineral water was simply natural Safari Valley Eco Resource menkancho about wildlife experience ya omo ebom homaden udu aso ye wa say ostrich say a zebra ene antelopes no moko no mo ba efekeke wode nkwada no ko eye vacation bisa na omoko na omabaga na ha no udu omo ne kire bia bisa omo ni je papa enuane omo ye ho no so ye kama omo several local and continental dishes anso na omo swimming pool gym ya okwa bibia kama when we yere o girlfriend ebusunya no monko ho occasion kama no makwatra say life is short menua we live once into do baby a na wadwojo ho kakra what you say do baby a na wadwojo ho hia papa na wadwojo ho kakra be Camfo Safari Valley Eco Resort e dia ma omonim te odru ha omo be wo kama omo electric cars why de obekọ eto forest mu ni bibia obeba na ho from fi omo ena no mo twetwe nkomo omo wodewu e wo poemantemu Eastern Region Okre constituency from 0596914394 0596914394 Apostle Samuel Odonko papa bishop prophet Samuel Odonko ono ho kafo ne wasafo mani nyina baby amubia nchia kese enkomamo sanso na me papa Jesus ahofe papa ne sofu ma me nchie modu sofu botu him is life munyina mo hwe eye show sanso na Reverend eye Osubimpa wasegna me say we enjoy show ni ye papa ne yanko so nka no kresa he say de me papa odo e wo ye ntem no onye odo ketu o say next week obekire di obedi the next president What you say? Ti papa ye chawe ene
because come be kan ho asem
commercial no ko ne ba ye.
Come be kan ho asem because who say so fu bi shenkom and omusu after election na nyame kan de na de chro mo na
ye nko ye nim
omuhwe mu ye ba because
medium minim de obedi so we say me so bofo no man disappointed ye pia me metimi aka the next president onye MPP ni on this year na to aso divine hope eba a center mo na de wotwe aheba powder e de abadwa so so unim de obedi
aha na han kante onu chede bodom be
that be that AC never enti ye de wotwe aheba powder bedwa so ye kuku na afifiri wa na pese si baby chivan ya o yakika whispering both in men and women when you try about powder bia boy hope since say wajatum what the sample about say muga jai I will try about powder one papa low libido tenkano form Bema dear, Bema boy, you may yen a fan atenka. What he has, say, Empress, you any Betty man, you say, who Kevin?
You mean me bane head out,
Kevin,
to me call no divine Masubeshi.
Chief Biney. Oh, 2 legs. What's unattended to menstrual problems in the pair or try about powder any baby boy bet to me abwa Gapse Pharmacy for radio carpet about Sunyane Asha my house of drugs Cape Coast with the one and Abuachi and Sahwa Ubenyebi Tamafon for money and Abuachi Heba and a PK Gumbila so what tamale for 12 1 on Monte Chunk on 0550 639-037 0550-639-037 Medimosis champion Medimosis capacity the fantabulous mind Medimosis champion ankasa one day left kid capsules said about so number 1 the whole Ghana wo pedu a betumi a support with liver function no ama liver anatimi aye adwuma ye papa dia Medimosis edu a wode abadwa so ye friend say left kid capsules no kopebi na left kid wunya bia ebebo ye papa na wonoma atumi abo ama digestion so no bibia atumi akonkan kama e de amount wo de woni kire pharmacy shop heba shop bia mo Ghana ha wo benya eye Medimosis ne do ya to din say eye left kid capsule CB ato wo betumi afre doctor na na twetwe nkomo e wo 0244 068447 0244 068447 na do de left kid mi ankasa me de stamp na ye dan awo so the stay back stay safe campaign from eye National Petroleum Authority eye NPA omo se men kan kire say unwo sefo tanka bi eda fom atofom a esrew menni 1 gallon of fuel echi enkohwe wo nkwa say ye gas o say ye diesel and say ye petrol esrew stay away ndine say stay back stay safe men ko hu kra en ko hu na bo de mekana kwa kwatwefo na obeji jam and now sefo no eye highly inflammable no eja tom so a wo bi yes rawo ya keka yes rawo men ko hu kra nti lawyer Edoji Tamakulu on na yesi wo de ma NPA wose ye kan kire wo say nkwa hu hia ma o my Ghana ti yes rawo bibisa wo koto say esi atwam na for post for anase Ghana National Fire Service for no mumbra sin wasu mbetimi aba no mu adisa problem BBS bia no aba under control no say omo service center number 0302 550380 0302 550380
Mugabe suggestion kakra very good idea
very
I do the minister by now
oh no na higher note na ebushani dey
oh na say 1000 bi kro fantato mo am be ringi no na mo information no
bibi o ho a
o support we dey be mo
fantastic ba men ko ho
enkrofo be sisa mo
fantastic ye verse ya na Hebron Hills International School so ase o say excel and shine say the school buses na aba bigu ya ba bia wo ba wo e wo gan wasi bia no wo betwe oba ne din nya admission ba bia wo bia no pa ye ba be fa no anwumre yakwesi nkwada no so ofie na wo tete ne ye kama wo mo bia UK standard ne de mo school run free Britain aba tie se bra na be pa admission lower and upper primary and free crèche ni nyina bibia ya available ba na nya bosume enan kwa bibia ya kama Hebron Hills International School o media of the Nsawam Road. We say school. It's if when sending fast so constant.
Maybe I'm very suya.
Ah, pepe. Okay. What you say? Oba administrator no ho and school. Waba bedru.
Mikro nyi be.
Waba bedru.
Waba bedru.
Now he say basis my brand and come. And Satia fan kwada.
Oh no.
I will follow do it. One will say yes.
I mean, Shagrofu feed our net here. You need the Abwakesipa.
Chibani near
Muga.
Chip, I come here 4 minutes. You have 4
minutes here. Okay. Yedin come up and messages are many chere. Sebi come on yedi. Or ya damn pay for so much betting was super. Pay for when you are John. Nemu. The mejume. Party for no war born what in wood. Na abamu pay for so wash na why am more by minimum there. Oyunyanfo local government minister. The Munkomuya honora what me sure the banana grow one plan rather than entire them at the bunch I de Akobungu. No ya buy into Butuana more one uncrofonodo. Na me pede sano party funusu to the master Muga. Me fa we free do sooner meden crack cram that call COP Kofi Bwachi. Or a director of operations.
Jubilee House.
Jubilee House. The deputy
Mustafa
Bande.
Deputy General Secretary.
Mustafa Bande or map of the whole Ghana, as much as the party is concerned.
A grassroots.
Party nibo tuana mo. Nemo operations now. Or presidency no. One fa wasun fendi the master mi ya mika echi.
Who here?
Now one more information will be one former president. Na president who there Morukonyi ana Morukonyi ana Morukonyi. Onyen semya na eja national security. Some of them were what said that would to anawon. Miss Mobeya will bring a president and a party new right from the ground on the same level.
Fantastic.
President on no appointed. It is a rough now ko catcher na was is in tay. Na one was assembly could do na president ya evidence. President no ba act. Na nyimpa obotum waka obi abom. Nyimpa obotum why asunu we tay. Na ye nyina as a party. Agenda osi ye nyidun. Ye nyina ye tum ye make sure they that body. In my party no why faso. Ama echima won di do awo twempo 18 years. Nanso party na yen akonon e won so by the time we be 18 no party na tum aya akono na ye tum ya eden ya koyin enyim
chief dem say tepa one problem ho another message asan yaba
obi asan say
almost obra ho
oh I said I'll call if you are I'll call him
almost tepa have none of almost bra ho
tepa metu abawie from
almost a whole boy
it's here from Ekunfi this you know
party in the assembly na disconnection
oh no this you know kakiti bin go win ABMP. Sebekaya.
Yo, yeah.
Oh, now, no fan video. No, I'll send it to you. No fan.
You may be done. Yeah, I remember.
No, but he's a brother. He's a good friend. Why one time MP brother? So I'm going to call him.
No.
He is a potential person who to win the city. And it's only this now the message neighbor. Natural
2 messages from one.
Although you ever catch it. Some of the messages near genuine.
Fantastic.
Some of the messages here clock road there. Yeah, so I'll call him personally. Never more who there. Maybe I don't know anti. But yet program he do.
How about
it? 2. I send the message with I there. With Abba. Te drubu ho no nom na so nom na wiabra. Onum na nyubri. Na nkrofo na nyubri na wo pede.
Messages be ho aye ntumi nkan. Was in the woman.
Or they manage. Yes. So we are calling. All this is yeah, because your parent to question you. Your parent will pull the brakes down.
And the timing is good.
Messi Mobile, we got by the time I ever hear them in the main president in a project and I do pedo in body. Now you sign we are connected with the people on the ground.
Asa.
Bondog.
Asa. That's area for your time.
Thank you, Mugabe.
You say I time in here.
Mugabe. Pabi am eating to mama in traffic.
Who here?
Papa.
I said the struggling of mine begins at bed.
Papa.
You bought to one. No, that just was started. Also,
it's a name we are pro.
But what you may be mayor home magic.
A combat mission. Echo meeting at Channel.
Was a board meeting.
Echo board meeting at Chair combat. Na
boy Juma.
Catch and yes, I appreciate what he's doing.
Fantastic.
Tohono Mugabe. Tohono problem no so. But more board no nyina na management nyina you have done a good job.
Fantastic. Yes,
we pray for long life.
Fantastic.
The mamo.
Kevin birthday 29th.
Kevin. Mami nua Kevin producer.
So abema so abaji utu.
I support the abetuma start to base for ansana.
But so padi bi.
Abadia.
So hia car ne birthday.
Na birthday near that be.
So who delay in cars.
Birthday near that be.
29th.
Nka wa ye my what do she mama nka mo bokro man e kira nkote.
Kachina ka be man wo she ba. Chief ni ya bada awefo ne chief nyina se na mada production team no Kevin Asante and MC Raf ene Emmanuel Nate team ni nyina Peter na Prince mo nyina motumi boa ma bibia team ni nyina menyi obia emfim na mada eye obrempon so ase o sha ase from radio 2 o'clock ABC 3 p.m. amiso mu obo ade ne dom ye na se tenkwam a ochina ebesan di nhia at exactly 3 p.m. obrempon me sha ase 2 na maba eye 3 mi jamu nyina e de ma eye news team no mo di news o e mo hwam papa e de abrom ma mo nyina mo anity